Welcome back, everyone. It's been a minute. The Sports Unleashed podcast is back. Football season is upon us. I'm Will, obviously. Introduce yourself, guys.
Hayden.
With a thrill, he's back.
Gavin.
So the first thing we're going to talk about here is just what our upcoming thoughts are for this season for college football. I mean, obviously we saw last year Indiana finished their Cinderella season going 16-0, defeating Miami, Florida in a great national championship. Hey, and I just want to get your thoughts on what you think is gonna happen this next season, or like what surprises are in store.
Well, I don't think Indiana's going to go back to back. That's for sure. I think everybody else here would agree. I don't think they're going to be bad, but I mean, what they did last year, I just don't know if you can replicate it 2 years in a row, and you lose your Heisman Trophy winner in Mendoza. So, other guys are going to have to step it up. But outside of Indiana, I don't know. This might be the SEC's year. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think Ohio State's going to do it. I think they'll make a deep run again, but I think the SEC again is more, diverse in the Big Ten, and I just think it's a matter of time where it goes back. But we'll see what everybody predicts later.
Yeah, I kind of disagree with that. I think the SEC, I don't think they're on a downward trajectory, but I think the Big Ten's kind of taken over. I think that at least at the top of the conference, you could definitely argue that their top 3 or 4 is better than the SEC. I think that really you look at a few teams like Oregon, you look at Ohio State, you look at, even down the line, USC has a chance to make the playoff. It's all kind of just who's going to be that dark horse team, and we're going to get into that later, of who we kind of think can go on a run. Maybe not as good as Indiana because that was just so crazy, but who can do it, whether it's the Big Ten or a different conference.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see in the Big Ten. I feel like a lot of the Big Ten teams are kind of reloading. Like Indiana, definitely reloading. Ohio State's reloading that pretty much their whole defense. Michigan's obviously got a whole new coaching staff, new transfers. So it'll be interesting to see what the Big Ten produces. Like, as of right now, I agree with Hayden that I think the SEC might take it this year. I don't know about like multiple years in a row, but just kind of coming into this year, I feel like some of their teams are more just more stacked and more developed, but should be interesting. I don't think Indiana's going for a second year.
I agree with that entirety, what you guys said. I'm just excited for college football to be back, honestly. I mean, just this part of where the season begins, like then you have college football, then you have the NFL starting back up, then the MLB postseason gets here, then the NBA starts back up, and then college basketball, will start back up. So this is like the perfect time of the year, and this is where we're going to bring a lot of stuff to you guys. And honestly, I'm just open to see like what teams are going to shock us and what teams are going to suck. And I'm going to lead us off right now. I got 3 surprise teams that could make the CFP. I'll actually go last. Hayden, if you want to list a surprise team that you think could make it or a letdown, what's your thoughts?
Well, I don't know what you guys think, but surprise, I think Penn State's going to make the playoffs this year after a terrible year last year. Their schedule is so easy in the Big Ten. I think their best opponent is Michigan and USC. I mean, if they split that, that's 1 loss, and then I would assume that they win out against these other teams like Rutgers, etc. But I'd say that's a surprise. A letdown is Ole Miss. I got them going 8-4. I don't think. I don't know, dude. I don't believe in it. I think Lane Kiffin is going to be better at LSU than he was at Ole Miss, and I think Ole Miss has a down year.
Okay. I honestly think Penn State is a good option just because of how bad their schedule is. But if they drop like their 2 big games, they're screwed. I think a 10-2 Penn State doesn't make it, depending on their losses.
I agree.
So I think that could happen, but in year 1 for Matt Campbell, I don't know. Like I said earlier, I think USC has a really good chance. I think that if they go 9-3 with the schedule they have, they could make it. So I think they're a team to watch out for. And in the SEC, kind of a letdown, I think, and honestly, I feel like a lot of people believe this, it's Alabama.
Yes.
I think that they're on a way down right now, and I think that they still don't know who their quarterback is. Who's it going to be between Keelan Russell and Mac? I just don't think they're going to be good this year at all. They'll probably be solid, and they'll be in a lot of games, but I don't think they'll be at the next level.
I guess for me, I'll go to the SEC for my team I kind of want to highlight. I guess this could also kind of be a hot take, but I think Texas might have a pretty solid year this year. There hasn't been as much of a highlight on Arch Manning this offseason, and I feel like this might be a year for him to kind of break out, maybe not be some like ridiculously good quarterback, but I think it's definitely going to be his best year yet. I know they've got some guys coming back on defense too, so I think Texas could be a playoff team and make a pretty good run. Then I guess a letdown team, I'll go over to the Big 12. With all the heat going on at Texas Tech last year, and they were a pretty solid team last year, pretty much the whole entire year. I don't think this year they're going to do too much. I feel like there's too much going on over there with the whole Sorsby situation. They went from having one of the best quarterbacks in football to now, who knows what their quarterback's name is. Yeah, but a guy that was going to be a backup is now going to be their starter, and they just got heat all around their athletic department. So,
for me, it's surprise teams. I got 3 actually. I got 2 that I think I'm pretty confident in. There's one that's like a very dark horse pick. My first one, I got USC as well. I just think with Jaden Maeva coming back, King Miller back, but the question for me is, can they replace Mekhi Lemon and Ja'Cory Lane? That's my 2 big questions from. If they can do that, I think they're going to be pretty solid. I think their offensive line's improved. I think they've improved defensively in the portal. I think Lincoln Riley has to win this year because, I mean, he's got to win one of these big games. Could it be? Could they beat Ohio State? I don't know. We've seen East Coast teams struggle at USC. We saw it with Michigan last year, and that kind of derailed Michigan's season. Didn't really derail it to the Ohio State game, but Michigan didn't look the same after that. My next one, it's an obvious one. I got LSU. Lane Kiffin's there. They got all the money to spend. They got a new quarterback, Sam Levitt from Arizona State, who led Arizona State to a playoff run, and they should have beat Texas that one year. But Scatabo carried them, and they fell a little bit short. And they also got a lot of good transfers. Jordan Seaton from Colorado, number 1 offensive tackle in the portal. They got a bunch of guys from Ole Miss coming in defensively. And they got guys like Durham and Trey'Dez Green as a tight end coming back. So for me, it'll be interesting to see what they look like. I hope they're good. But here's my one dark horse. It's a team that was ranked to start last year. That's South Carolina. I think with the North Sellers back, another year of experience. They got Nick Harbor coming back. Dylan Stewart, who might be a top 5 pick as a defensive edge rusher. I don't know. They might not. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs. I'm just saying they could be around that 9-3, 8-4 spot, and they could force one of these teams to miss the playoffs by an upset. I just could see it. And the letdowns, I agree with Will Rob. It's Bama. I just think, are they soft? That's what I'm questioning. Are they really soft?
You might be getting there.
I mean, I also have a bold take later about Bama that I was pretty money on last year about one certain topic. We'll get to that point as it gets there. Who's going to be the quarterback? I think it should be Keelan Russell, but I think they're going to pick Austin Mack, which is pretty dumb in my opinion. And their schedule, it's a gauntlet. They got Georgia, A&M, Tennessee, LSU. That's 4 hard games right there. And those 4 games could all be losses in my opinion. And, like, the roster turnover, like, they've lost so many guys to the portal. Lost a couple guys to Ohio State. They've lost a couple guys, I think, to Oregon, a couple to, I don't remember where it is, an ACC school. But that's my first one. A second one that we haven't really said, it's Texas A&M for me. I don't see them repeating last year. I like Marcel Reed as a quarterback, but I think their schedule was pretty easy last year for SEC. I mean, their schedule this year, ready for this, they got LSU, Alabama, Missouri, Oklahoma, at Tennessee, and Texas. You're telling me they're going to go through those 6 games and not have at least 2 losses?
We'll see.
But for me, their defense lost a lot of guys. I mean, their O-line's a big question mark. I mean, they kind of let them down in that last 2 games of the season when they played Texas. And Miami, Florida they lost to. But, yeah, I think they'll be a sleepy kind of like team that maybe goes south. I don't know if they'll miss the playoffs completely. I just don't know if they're going to repeat as good as they were last year. My last one's Texas Tech as well. Sorsby's not there. Their quarterback's coming off a torn ACL. I mean, it wasn't even – who was their quarterback last year? It wasn't him. Who was his name? Do you guys remember?
Heyman played for a little bit.
Who's the guy that started? I don't remember his name now. They had a really easy schedule last year. They have a lot of games that they could lose. I mean, I put this down. I think Oklahoma State's going to be well improved with their quarterback. Drew Mestemaker from North Texas was one of the most sleeper quarterbacks in college football. I mean, he was putting up crazy numbers, almost led North Texas to the playoffs if they didn't lose to Tulane. I mean, I think they got Houston. I think Houston's going to be well improved in the Big 12. They got an experienced quarterback. And I think Arizona as well with Noah Fafita. I think they're going to be solid. And they got to replace a lot of defensive production. Jacob Rodriguez, David Bailey. They got so many guys on that front edge that they lost. I just don't know. I know they got a bunch of money to spend. I just don't know if they're going to be able to repeat their defensive production as they were last year. But, yeah, that's my final take on that. So we're actually going to move into our conference predictions by teams. We're going to go first off in the Big Ten. We're actually going to start with the team that Hayden mentioned. That's Indiana. Obviously, we know what they did last year. Won the national championship, went 16-0. Kirk Cinnetti's done wonderful in his first 2 years as a Hoosier head coach. Lost a lot of guys. They lost, obviously, we know, Fernando Mendoza, number 1 pick. They lost Aiden Fisher, Pons, Surratt. You could go on and on, Mark Cooper. But they've added some talented guys on the portal. I mean, Josh Hoover, that's the big question mark for me. But what I saw, I read this stat. Outside of Indiana, guess who ran the most RPOs last year in college football?
Who?
TCU. And Josh Hoover was their quarterback. I think that offensive scheme, that's going to be the big question. If he performs well, I think they're going to be right back. But if he struggles a little bit, I could see them dropping a game, maybe 2. They got Nick Marsh from Michigan State, who's also pretty solid. He was probably their only low. And they got guys like Charlie Becker. He's back. Obviously, he's basically known as the Ohio State killer because he just killed us in like every single clutch play. They got a bunch of guys back. Mario Landino on the defensive line's pretty solid. But, I mean, looking at their schedule, I mean, they got North Texas, who I talked about, but that should be a win for them. I think Howard, that's a win, obviously. Next 3, Western Kentucky, Northwestern, Rutgers, all 3 wins. Nebraska, that's a win. And then this is their first big test. October 17th against Ohio State. It's going to be a great atmosphere, rematch of last year's Big Ten championship. And I just think Ohio State's going to get them back this year. I think last year's still in their heads. They were literally probably a QB sneak and a field goal away from beating Indiana, which is crazy. But I think Ohio State gets it done, and they go, that's their first loss. And here's where my second loss comes. Next week at Michigan. I think they fall to Michigan at the Big House, especially if it's a night game. I think Michigan is going to use that atmosphere to their advantage. They got a new coach, new offensive system. I think they dropped that game at Michigan, and then they went out the rest of their schedule. I think they beat Minnesota. They beat USC. They probably will beat Washington. They beat Purdue. I had them at 10-2. I think they could also lose to USC and at Washington because at Washington's never an easy place to play. So I got Indiana going 10-2 with losing to Ohio State and an upset loss at Michigan.
Brose, I agree with you most of it. I have them losing Ohio State as well. I think I'm going to take them to beat Michigan. We'll get to Michigan later, but I'm not supposed to be biased on this podcast, or at least I try not to be. So I'm going to be real with you guys.
I'm going to be biased.
Well, a different side of the table. Anyway, I'm taking them to beat Michigan, and then I'm gonna give a little sleeper here. I have them losing at Washington and going 10-2. They're going to beat USC. So I'm going to take the loss against Ohio State. I think Ohio State's a better team this year. I'm sure they'll probably be the favorites, honestly. And then Washington, sleeper game.
I agree.
I like the thoughts there. I was going kind of back and forth between that Washington game, too. I do agree with the Ohio State game. I feel like the Buckeyes have kind of something to prove. So I think they'll go in there with a lot of momentum, and I think they'll win. I mean, for Indiana, they are pretty lucky. This is a kind of weak schedule. I mean, they don't play Oregon at all. So they're lucky they get Ohio State at home.
Last year was they're gone. They had played at Oregon and they played at Penn State and won both of them. So I mean,
yeah, but I don't think they have as good as a team. And I actually agree with Brose. I think that they're going to lose at Michigan as well. And that's, I think, going to be their 2 losses back-to-back, 10-2.
I like it.
Yeah, I guess when I was first looking at the schedule, I originally had them going 10-2, and I was thinking either the Ohio State game and USC or Ohio State and Michigan, and I also put 9-3 in case they lost all of those. But now that you guys are talking about that Washington game, I didn't really think about that going on the road to Washington. It's definitely tough. We've seen some of the original Big Ten teams go and struggle playing out west. So that could be interesting. So I think they could go anywhere from 10-2 to 8-4, to be honest. If they lose all these big games, I don't think they're going to lose all those big games, but I think it's possible. Realistically, I think they'll probably go 10-2 and be maybe squeezing the playoffs. But I don't think they're going to be as dominant as they were last year, obviously. And I don't think they'll go too far in the playoffs.
Who do you have your 2 losses to?
I don't know. I think it could be a range of any of those 4 games. Just kind of depends. Originally, I was thinking Ohio State and Michigan, but the other 2 weeks or 2 of the last 3 weeks could also be losses.
Okay. So obviously that's the first one. Next one we're going to go into is the Oregon Ducks. Obviously they have a lot of talented guys back this year. Last season they lost in the semifinals to Indiana in a massive blowout fashion. Losing a lot of guys. Noah Whittington's gone. Kenyon Sadiq gone. They've added Dylan Raiola as a backup. I don't know. That was a questionable mark for me. They added Coy Parrish from Minnesota, really good straight safety. And they got Dante Moore back. Evan Stewart's back. Mateo Ungalangle, I don't know how you pronounce his last name. I can't do it. And they got Brendan Finney Jr., who was their standout corner last year. But, I mean, looking at their schedule, they, I would say, have a pretty good schedule for Big Ten standards. I mean, you start off the first week with Boise State. Boise State's usually a pretty solid Group of 5 team. And we saw a couple of years ago, Boise State almost beat them at Oregon. That was with Ashton Genty. But I think they take care of Boise State. At Oklahoma State, I think Oklahoma State will be improved, but I think Oregon takes care of business there. Portland State, that's a win. This is the first big test, though, at USC on September 26th, but I actually have them beating USC, so I think they're fine there. I think UCLA, they'll be more improved with a new head coach. I think Oregon wins that. I think they beat Nebraska. I think they beat Illinois. I think Northwestern's going to be a lot improved this year in the Big Ten. I think they beat them. This is where it gets interesting. November 7th at the Horseshoe. This could be possibly the game of the year. Ohio State against Oregon. Hopefully, as an Ohio State fan, it's a night game. That would be awesome, but it's probably going to be a noon kickoff because Fox sucks. Yeah, big noon. And this is where I have Oregon dropping their first loss is at Ohio State. I think Ohio State, as we've seen in the past, I think they own Oregon. We saw in the Rose Bowl 2 years ago, Ohio State lost to them, and then guess what happened? They got their asses handed to them. So I think that's their first loss. Then they got Michigan, so that's a tough 2-game stretch right there. I don't know how Michigan will perform on the road. If this was at Michigan, that might be a different story. I had them beating Michigan. I had them beating at Michigan State on a Friday night. Out of all cases, I didn't know that was a thing. And then they play Washington at the end of the year, which is always a good rivalry. So I have them going 11-1 with a loss to Ohio State, and I think they could lose one more loss at USC. So I think they'll go 11-1, but I could see them going 10-2.
Actually, bro stole my whole line because I have them going 11-1 also. I have them beating Michigan. Sorry,
this dude.
We'll get to Michigan at some point, but I'll tell you guys why I don't have.
I'll tell you why they're going to win.
They're at home too. They're at home, and it's on paper like Oregon's just the better team, so I'm gonna pick them. But yeah, I think Ohio State's their best tests, and I think Ohio State kind of owns them if you go in the recent past. So I'm going to just go with Ohio State, and Oregon goes 11-1.
All right, this has been the schedule that I was probably thinking the most about, specifically because of the game on November 7th. I think that beforehand they got a lot ahead of them because there's obviously a lot of games on the schedule. But I think that is their main test at Ohio State. I think that you can look at that game and say it's pretty even on paper, but you could say Ohio State has the edge because it's at home. But I actually think Oregon's going to have a loss going into this game because they're going to lose at USC, which is actually on my birthday. It'd be pretty funny if that happens. So I'm going to be rooting for that to happen. So I think Oregon will be whatever in 1 going into the Ohio State game. And this is the big surprise that I think you guys weren't really ready for. I think I have Oregon beating Ohio State in the Horseshoe. Wow. I will be at this game rooting hard for the Buckeyes.
I'll be here as well.
And I have the Ducks winning just because the last time they played there, they won. A few years ago at Oregon won. Ohio State does own Oregon, but only in the playoffs. So it's a weird thing, but that's just kind of how I feel right now. I could change my mind a lot of times on that, but that's what I think is going to be their
Just wait. We'll get on to the week of that game and we'll pick Ohio State. Just watch.
Probably.
Just
but
watch.
Yeah, I got the Ducks going 11-1, the one loss being to USC.
All right, I'm going on a little bit of a rant here. To start off, this goes out to all athletic directors that are listening to this epic podcast. First of all, what is that? Week 3, they play Portland State. Okay, I'm sorry. If you know you're going to be playing at USC, why are you scheduling Portland State the week before? You're going to be playing your third stringers the whole time, and then they're going to go into USC, your starters next week, have no idea what's going on, get smacked in the mouth. Okay, that's their first loss because that's just stupid. Okay, they're losing to USC. Scroll down a little bit. They're losing at Ohio State. And then I also got them losing against Michigan because you know why? We went to that Michigan game last time, and I, as a fan, I'm never going to forget this. And I know the players aren't going to forget this either. We got absolutely screwed over by the refs at home.
We were,
but it was close before that. Yes.
It was a close 25 points.
It was close, 25 points. It's close, and then you get desperate, and then it ends up adding up at the end. I'm not forgetting that, and I know the team's not forgetting that. So Michigan's finally getting a road win out west. There's some that are still there.
Some.
Yeah.
Underwood sure is.
All right, so that's their 3 losses. 10-3, they'll be ranked like 15th. 9-3. They've missed the playoffs. They'll be ranked like 15th in the country.
So are we all accepting right now Dan Lanning's becoming the new James Franklin of the Big Ten?
As of right now, he is.
I'm not saying that. Right
I'm not saying that yet either, but
But
it can be.
It could happen, I think.
But he's losing those games. And
Right.
USC they have a better team than USC. That one's on the athletic director for being an idiot.
All right, we love the passion. Next team we're actually going to go to is the team you just mentioned, USC. They got a lot of expectations this year. Lincoln Riley, I would say, is on the hot seat at USC. Obviously, he's not won anything big there yet. Last year was Caleb Williams, but they lost to Utah, so they missed their playoff spot. Actually led Ohio State in the playoffs that year, and then Ohio State had a choke job against Georgia. But this year for them, they have a lot of returning stars, as I talked about. Looking at their schedule, I mean, they play the Little Sisters of the Poor the first 4 weeks of the season. I mean, they play San Jose State, win. Fresno State's a win. Louisiana's a win. Rutgers is a win. But this is a brutal stretch of the next 6 games. And I'm going to get a lot of slack because I just talked about them being a sleep horse. But you said earlier about being 9-3. I think they could get in being 9-3 with this schedule. I think that Oregon game, even though, Gavin, you mentioned they could beat Oregon, which I could see easily happening, I think Oregon's going to beat them. I think they beat Washington. That at Penn State game could be a sleep. If that is a whiteout, Penn State could win that game. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do. But I think they'll get the win at Penn State. I think USC has the better roster. I think they beat Wisconsin. I think they host Ohio State on Halloween night, which would be awesome. I think Ohio State goes in there and just beats the fuck out of them. I think Ohio State gets the win there. So USC goes 10 and they're what are they? What are they? 8, 7, they have 2 losses. And then this is the stretch. I think they lose at Indiana. It's at Indiana. That atmosphere is going to be rocking. That could be possibly a playoff game or out for Indiana. So I think Indiana gets the job done there. I think they beat Maryland. They beat UCLA. So I have them going 9-3 and barely missing the playoffs. I don't think they get in with 3 losses. I think if they have to win, they have to beat Oregon, Ohio State, or India. If they win one of those 3, I think they're in. If they go 10-2.
Well, we weren't even planning on talking about USC right now, so thanks, Brose. I wasn't ready. But I'll just wing it real quick. They're losing to Oregon because I said Oregon's going to win that. I don't even know. Screw you, Brose. You messed me up. Next person. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're overrated every year, though. So I'll say 9-3 or 10-2 and barely miss.
All right. For me, I did predict USC to beat Oregon. So I think that's their big win. I think that you look down the schedule. At Penn State, I have them losing. I think that it probably will be a whiteout. And I think the Nittany Lions will get it done there. And I have them losing to Ohio State as well. And then I also have them losing to Indiana. So I think those are the 3 losses. They're 9-3, and they'll be right on the bubble. That Oregon win could put them in.
Yeah, I really don't know what could happen with USC. They could either be straight garbage or they could be really good. I feel like it's kind of a hard team to predict. Screw Ohio State, so I guess I'll say they're going to beat Ohio State, and they're beating Oregon, so that's pretty much their tough games. I'll say they drop 2. 10-2. I don't know who those 2 losses are to, but they'll lose 2 games.
Next team, we got 2 more teams for this conference. This next one we're going to talk about is a team had a lot of controversy in the offseason, and now they're looking to rebuild. That's the Michigan Wolverines. They got Kyle Whittingham's in as the head coach. We'll see how he's going to do. I think he should be solid there if just he has the right pieces around him. They've lost a good amount of guys. They lost Justice Haynes, running back, who was pretty solid for him last year. Was probably going to be running back of the year before his injury. Samaj Morgan is gone. I know Gavin's really happy about that because he can't hold on to a football to save his life. My key loss for them is Cole Sullivan at linebacker. I think that's a big loss for them. He's at Oklahoma now. And then now they got a bunch of guys from Utah. They got J.J. Buchanan. He's a tight end. And they got John Henry Daly, who's a pretty solid edge rusher. And then the returners, this is the big question mark for me. It's Bryce Underwood. If he performs well, I think they're going to have a solid season. But if he struggles in the first couple weeks of the season, they could possibly drop a couple games they shouldn't. They got Jordan Marshall's back, Andrew Marsh is back, Zeke Berry's back. But, I mean, looking at their schedule, I mean, they start off with a good test. They got Western Michigan. It's not them, obviously. Western Michigan are going to win that game. This is the big test, and I hate this shit. This game should not be a fucking night game. But guess what? It should be a noon game. Fuck me, I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. But it should not be noon. This game should be at least at 3:30 or 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
but no.
Instead we play Western Michigan at 7:30.
But this is the first big test for them. And I'm going to be honest, I think they're going to lose to Oklahoma once again. I don't think Underwood's going to perform well again. And I think they're going to drop that game. I think they're going to beat UTEP pretty easily. They're going to beat Iowa. They're going to beat Minnesota. They're going to beat Penn State. I think they're going to upset Indiana. I just have that strange feeling they're going to be I think they're going to beat Indiana or Oklahoma. I'm just picking Indiana because I think it's the most likeliest game because it's later in the season. I think they beat Rutgers. I think they beat Michigan State. I think they lose to Oregon, at Oregon. They beat UCLA, and then they're losing the game to Ohio State. I'm just saying that straight up. And I got them going 9-3, and I also think they could have a fourth loss. That's versus Penn State. I think they could lose to Penn State. And, I got them going 9-3.
I don't think you guys are ready for this. All right, here we go.
Domino.
Western Michigan, that's an easy dub. Hopefully we want to pull a Toledo back in 2010 or whatever.
Oh, that'd be really funny.
But Oklahoma, dude, we're just gonna get smacked. I'm sorry. we're gonna get smacked. I don't have faith in this Michigan team, and let me tell you why. Week 1, Western Michigan, the team does good, we win. But I'll tell you who doesn't do good. Bryce Underwood. Come week 2, he's already on a cold streak. Come week 2, he's going to throw 3 picks, probably fumble the ball once, and lose by 20 at home against Oklahoma. So now you're saying as a Michigan fan, well, we beat a MAC school. We just got whooped by the SEC. So what are we going to do? I'll tell you. Insert Tommy Carr into the starting spot. Take out Bryce Underwood. The team's going to go back to glory. But Whittingham won't do that because we pay this dude too much money for mid-play. Anyway, we go down, UTEP, Iowa. I'll take wins both there. Minnesota. And then we lose to Penn State because this team is just buns. Penn State's going to get that dub. And then Indiana's another loss. So that's already 3 losses. Oklahoma, Penn State, Indiana. And then you got some mid-Big Ten teams coming up like Rutgers and Michigan State. And we own the Little Brothers, so that's an easy dub. Then you go down to Oregon on the road.
Dub.
That's an L because we're on the road in the freaking Mountain West against Oregon, and they're just way better than us. UCLA's a dub, but then, of course, I'm not picking Ohio State over Michigan. I'm not that crazy. So I'll go Michigan to win that game. But they still have 4 losses because,
they're going 5-1. They're going
losses.
It's not that crazy. They went 9-3 last year, and they're going to get even worse because the schedule, again, is very solid. I mean, look at these teams. Oklahoma, Penn State, Indiana, Oregon, Ohio State.
They could lose all 5.
That's 5 games that are going to be up in the air. And I guarantee you they're at least going to lose 2.
Whittingham gone after year 1.
They're at least going to lose 2. And I'm telling you, they're going to lose 4 of them.
Wow.
I don't know what 4, but I predict they'll be those 4 and they beat Ohio State. I don't have faith in this team. And I can't have faith in this team when you have a bad quarterback. Let's just put it that way. You can glaze Bryce Underwood, but no amount of money is going to make me like him. Only stats on the field, and he has not done it. When he rolls out against Purdue, when it's 3rd and 5, and you just got to get a first down to seal the game so your defense doesn't have to do the job, and you're at that game in a night game against Purdue of all teams, and you throw it 5 yards out route right at the dude's foot when he's wide open on drop coverage, I don't like you. So keep going. That's my rant. I hate Bryce Underwood. I hope he transfers to LSU the next year where he deserved to go, and we put Tommy Carr in and go to the glory state.
So I'm wondering, are you even a fan of these guys anymore?
I like the team. I don't like Bryce Underwood. And, the field is the quarterback, and when your quarterback is that bad, it's hard to root for him.
Well, that's just great.
I like the big house. I like the tradition. I like the saying, those who stay will be champions. Bryce Underwood won't stay because he won't be a champion. He'll be at LSU the next year. And then those who do stay after him will be champions because once he's gone, we'll win games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. For me,
That's the rant.
I got something close to that, but obviously I don't have as much passion towards this team. I just fucking hate them. So, Western Michigan, I'm not going to go through the rest of their fucking games. They got 5 big games. Oklahoma, they're going to lose because Oklahoma owns them. Penn State, they're going to win that because it's at home. Already said, actually, Indiana, that game's before Oregon. I think they're going to lose that too. I think Indiana's just going to fucking beat them. They own Michigan now too. The Oregon game, though, yeah, I don't know what he's making that look for, but
They own us.
Yep, because they own the whole Big Ten. So yeah, got them beating Oregon though, and I think their third loss will beat Ohio State. Obviously, it's going to happen. The new streak's starting up. That 4 years of bullshit's over with, and it's going to be long gone. So just get ready for that. It's going to be the same normal that we all knew growing up. So I got them going 9-3 again. I think it's not too crazy to say. It could be definitely worse than that. So yeah, 9-3.
It's really not that crazy. I've got a range for them, and it all depends on different stuff. Our very bottom, is 7-5. That's if we lose all our big games, we go 7-5. Our ceiling, 12-0.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. First of all, on the Bryce Underwood thing, one of my questions is, has he improved? Obviously, last year he was not great. We've definitely overpaid him, okay? But he was also like 18 years old, and he had no quarterback coach. He now has a quarterback coach, has had a trainer to train with in the offseason. The question is, how much has he improved? Okay, it's obviously gonna be a big determinant of our future.
He's a humble guy, so he probably doesn't improve that much. Though.
I don't think he's going to be so horrendous that he gets benched for Tommy Carr. I'm not saying Tommy Carr's bad. He seemed really good, but I mean, we've also only seen Tommy Carr play about 2 drives of a spring game, so you also don't exactly know how good he is there either. My next question is, how good is this defense? Obviously, we lost a lot of guys. Like Brose said, we pretty much lost our entire linebacker room. They either transferred or got drafted. We lost our best edge rusher. So the question is, what's this defense going to look like? What's this new staff going to look like? Obviously, that's a huge question mark. The highlights, obviously, the new transfers that come in from Utah. We got some dogs. Snowden, too, we didn't mention. Another corner coming into the room. Absolute dog. Like you said, the tight end we finally got rid of Samaj Morgan. He won't be catching punt returns or catching passes, even though he wasn't catching them in the first place. They just hit him in the face. That's the other thing I want to say about Bryce Underwood. Yeah, he'd missed some throws, but he also had some throws last year where he'd throw it on an absolute rope, and they just hit our receiver in the face. So the fact that we have a quarterback and some new receivers, I'm excited, and I hope that we improve from last year. Realistically, I'll say 10-2.
We didn't even mention one guy we're missing. Their new fancy running back.
Savion Hyder, absolute dog. He's probably going to end up being a starter. I mean, we've also only seen him in the spring game, but I watched him truck about 5 guys and bounce off about 7 tackles. So I'm super excited to see him play and run all over Ohio State in the shoe.
So Gavin, week. First, before we move on,
yes,
who do you have the 2 losses to?
I mean, it could be anybody. Obviously, Oklahoma, week 2 is going to be tough just because it's so early in the season and it's a new group of guys and new staff, and we're coming off a MAC team. So that could be a loss. And then, I don't know. I said they beat Oregon. The game could go either way, but I'm picking Michigan. I guess I'll just say, I don't know. It could be any of those 5 hard games.
So basically Ohio State. Predicting them to lose Ohio State.
I'm not predicting them to lose Ohio State, but it could be Ohio State. I'm not just going to say we're destroying them because it could go either way.
Right.
Like we've seen the last 6 years.
Last Big Ten team we're getting to, obviously, it's Ohio State. 12-2 last year, lost the Big Ten championship to Indiana, and then they just spiraled downward from there. Lost to Miami, Florida in the quarterfinals, a letdown of a year they had from the undefeated regular season. A lot of guys leaving. Obviously, Downs, Arbo, Reese, Styles, Davison, McManosin, McDonald, Tate, all of them are gone. But now we got Sayin, who's more experienced. Jeremiah Smith's back for his final year. Bo Jackson, I think, is going to be an absolute beast. And then we got a bunch of additions in the transfer portal. And, I mean, looking at Ohio State's schedule, I mean, it's the same thing as Michigan. They got an easy week 1 game, and their week 2 game's hard. They play Ball State. I think they'll win that. And as a Buckeye fan myself, do I want them to win this Texas game? Yes. But I think they're going to lose to Texas. This is my one loss for them. I think they lose at Texas week 2. I don't know. I think Texas they're going to get their lick back. And you'll see why I say that when we get later in this. I think they beat Kent State. I think they beat Illinois. I think they beat at Iowa. And I have on this list I have Ohio State possibly could lose 3 games on this schedule. I don't want to say that, but I mean at Iowa they don't have good history with, and we've seen that before. We've seen them we've seen at Iowa where they get destroyed. We've seen them at Purdue; they've gotten destroyed for no reason. But I think they beat Iowa. I think they beat Maryland. I think they beat Indiana, beat USC. They take care of Oregon. They beat Northwestern, beat Nebraska, and they're beating Michigan. So I'm going with them 11-1.
I'm going to take Ohio State 11-1 also, but their loss is going to be to Michigan. Like Bro said, they have an absolute gauntlet here in the Big Ten. I mean, they play the top 4 big teams outside of Penn State, if you want to throw them in there. But I mean, Indiana, USC, Oregon, and Michigan. Oof, that's going to be tough. But I think going to week 2, I think they'll beat Texas. I don't have faith in Texas. They've had a few years with Sarkisian and Arch Manning there, and they've just been disappointed to their fans. I don't see it. I think Ohio State takes care of business just like last year against them, and I think they lose to Michigan.
Just remind you, taking business was 7-0.
What?
They beat Texas 7-0.
It's 10-7.
14-7.
Fuck.
It was a 7-point or 1-score ball game. I'm just saying.
I mean, they held them to
And
7
it was
points.
They scored with 2 minutes left.
They held them to 7 points, regardless of how their offense played. Their defense played phenomenal. So I'm taking
both teams
taking
played.
Ohio
Saban's
State.
first game against the number 1 team.
I'm not going to glaze
Were they
Texas.
really the number 1
Ohio
team though?
State's
Or is
better.
it just pre-ranked?
If you want to take
Obviously
Texas,
said
you can
number one.
take them in your pick, but I'm taking Ohio State. I'm not picking Texas in the SEC against that.
Oh yeah, Big Ten fan, even if it's Ohio State, I like it. For the Buckeyes, you obviously heard what I said earlier about this game against Oregon. I do think they're going to lose it, and I'm still sticking with that as of now. But I think they're going to beat Texas. I think that as much as Texas is going to want to get their lick back, I don't know if it's going to happen. I just don't really trust them. I think Sark is a big loser in big games as well, and I just think it's going to continue. I think it'll be a really good game. It's going to be a tough game for Ohio State, but I think Saban has the experience. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Arch as well. I just think that the Buckeyes will get that done. Going down the line, Kent State, Ball State win, Illinois win, Iowa will be a little tough, but they'll win. Maryland win, Indiana close but win, USC win, the Oregon loss, Northwestern win, Nebraska win, Michigan wins. So I got them going 11-1 as well.
Yeah, I got them going 9-3. Obviously,
That's the same fucking thing you said last year.
obviously, I said one of my things was that Texas. That was one of my hot takes. Was Texas was going to be better this year. They're going on the road, or Ohio State's going on the road to
Okay,
Texas.
before we get to this, are the 3 losses because of Matt Patricia still? Because they keep
I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah, that
I'm
prediction
so
was awesome.
that
sick.
prediction was terrible.
They lost 2 games. It was 1 game off.
12-0.
Well, because of the defense.
It doesn't matter.
12-0
You played a whole season, lost 2 games. Okay, on to it. Losing at Texas. They barely won at home last year. They're going on the road. It's going to be another close game. They're going to lose. Okay, and then obviously, I already said the other 2. I got them losing to USC, also on the road, and then Michigan. 9-3.
That's
It's
pathetic.
possible.
They got a
And-
gauntlet, so I mean,
And
They probably still
they
make the
still have
playoffs.
Matt Patricia as the D coordinator. Screw that guy.
Best defense
The hate
on
for
it.
Matt Patricia's never getting old on this podcast.
No.
We're going to move in the
Never
SEC here.
Doesn't matter where.
First team we're going to start off with is a team we've been talking about that could be a big letdown this year is Alabama. Obviously, they went 9-4 last year. Beat Oklahoma in the first round of college football playoffs last year. Then they got steamrolled by the eventual Natty champs, the Indiana Hoosiers. Looking at their schedule, they got East Carolina. I see that as a win. They're at Kentucky. I think that's also a win. I think Florida State's a win. And then this is my first potential loss, this South Carolina game. I don't know why it's circling in my head. I'm a big believer in South Carolina to be at least decently better than 4-8. I think they're a way better roster than 4-8. I think Bama wins, but it'll be close. I got them beating Mississippi State. And then my first loss comes this game versus Georgia. I think they drop it to Georgia. I think Georgia's got the better roster. And then this is the 4-string games where they could lose 3 or 4, or maybe 4 out of 4, actually. I got them losing to Georgia. I got them beating Tennessee, but close. I've got them losing to A&M, and I've also got them losing at LSU. And honestly, throw Vandy in there. Vandy's beaten them at Vandy before, so they could lose. They could lose 6 games. They could go. I think they could go 6-6. They could lose to Auburn too. Shit, they might go 6-6. But I got them going 9-3. But their ceiling is, I think they could go 7-5 or 6-6. I swear to God, to you.
I'm not going to pick Bama to go that bad. They're a historic program. They're not going 6-6, dude. That's insane.
They could go 7-5. That's possible. But that schedule, absolutely, I can see them going 7-5.
I can see them losing 4 games. 5-6 is just crazy. But I guess I could pick out the 4 games for you. I think they're going to lose to Georgia. Last year I said they were going to lose to Wisconsin, so I'm not making a stupid decision like that again. So I'll pick a team that might actually beat them. I think they're going to lose at Tennessee too. I think Georgia, Tennessee back-to-back's crazy. I think they beat A&M. You were saying earlier you weren't even high on A&M, so I don't know why you would pick them to beat, or Bama to beat them. So anyway, LSU on the road, that's always tough. I'll take that as their 3rd loss, and I think they win out. So Georgia, Tennessee, and LSU, that's 9-3. I mean, that's not good for Bama standards. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I agree with Hayden. I think they're going 9-3. I think their losses are going to be to Georgia. They've had success against them in the past, but I think it kind of ends here. I do like Georgia's team going into this year as well. I think they're going to beat Tennessee. Big rivalry game, but I think they get it done. I think they lose to A&M. I don't know why you guys are kind of low on A&M. I think they're going to be good again this year. And LSU, I think they'll lose that too. Another rivalry game, and I think it's just going to be a little too tough for them this year. Lane Kiffin gets a huge win, but I do think they win out and beat Auburn. So 9-3 as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I got 9-3, maybe even 8-4 with a upset loss at Mississippi State. Bring on the cowbells.
Holy shit!
It's home against Mississippi. Sorry.
I'm talking about at Mississippi
My
State.
mind didn't even comprehend that. That's how bad
You never
that
know.
was.
Okay, I also got this another little rant here. This to the NCAA. Can we please get some freaking structure in here? We're letting these SEC teams play schools like Chattanooga the second to last week of the football season. And they're not the last one. I don't care. So the Big Ten, they're playing big games up until the end. They have their bad ones at the beginning, which I understand. You got to get warmed up. But the end of the season, we should not be playing Chattanooga, okay? And I was looking at these other schedules. Ole Miss is another one. They play Wofford the same week. Like, this cannot be allowed. We need some structure in here. Like this, like we can't have these SEC teams.
They do it every year.
I know they do, and it's not fair when you got Big Ten teams playing each other the second to last week, and then the SEC teams are playing Little Sisters of the Poor. Sick of it. All right, that's all I got to say.
Gavin's has some good rants lately. Next team we're going to go to is the team that won the SEC last year. That's the Georgia Bulldogs. They went 12-2 last year, won the SEC title, but lost to Ole Miss in that quarterfinal game. That was legendary. A lot of good pieces coming back. Nate Frazier, Gunnar Stockton, Drew Bobo, Elias Robinson IV as a defensive back. I mean, looking at their schedule as we can see here, I mean, their big games, I would say, are Ole Miss, Bama, Florida, which is also a rivalry game, and also Oklahoma as well. But if we're looking at the entirety here, what is this? Speaking on Gavin's point, first week, Tennessee fucking State. What the fuck is that? I mean, they don't play fucking Chattanooga the second week last week.
At least it's not the end of the year.
Year's not bad, but
I mean,
At least
what
at the beginning.
Like Tennessee State, that's a win, obviously. Western Kentucky, dub. Arkansas, that's a dub. Oklahoma, I think they win that. Vanderbilt, that's a dub. At Alabama, they're going to beat Alabama because Bama's trash. They're going to win that as well. Auburn, I think they win that as well. This is my sneaky loss here. This Florida game. I think Florida's going to be well improved with the new head coach. I think Georgia wins, but I think it'll be a lot closer. This is where my first loss comes in. They can never win at this place. They are losing at Ole Miss. Last 4 times they've played there, they are 0-4. They're going 0-5. They're not beating Ole Miss at Ole Miss. They are dropping one game there. They will beat Missouri. At South Carolina, that's also a tough place to play, but I think they're going to win that. And they're going to beat Georgia Tech. So I got Georgia going 11-1 with a loss at Ole Miss.
Wow. Well, I had Georgia going 12-0, so I
Fuck
don't know.
off.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't think.
If they go 12-0 with that schedule, I would be genuinely impressed.
Like, what good team, according to your standard, do they play?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Bama.
Oh, okay.
Oklahoma.
Wait.
Oklahoma.
Possible.
I won't talk about Ole Miss later, but we're talking about them later, so I'll leave that. But I have them beating Ole Miss. You just talked how bad Bama was, so they're not going to lose that game. I mean, Oklahoma is low-key their best team on this schedule.
Over Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not high on Ole Miss this year. We'll get to that at some point.
Okay.
But, dude, I have them going 12-0, so
One of the best backfields coming back.
I have Georgia going 12-0.
Anyways, for me, I actually completely agree with Brose. I think they're going to go 11-1 with the loss to Ole Miss. I think that Ole Miss is going to get a big, big win here. I think that Ole Miss is due for a big season. I mean, they got the court case to go their way with Trinidad. I think they're lucky to have that, but the NCAA just doesn't have a set of balls and they can't do anything anymore. So, big L for them, but big W for Ole Miss. I think that'll be their one loss, and I think that they beat Bama, they beat Oklahoma, and they win the rest of their games. I think they're going to have a really good year, 11-1.
Yeah, I didn't have much on them, but I just think their floor is like 10-2 and their ceiling's 12-0. So I think it could be anywhere in there. I don't know exactly what those losses would be. Probably the Ole Miss game. And then I don't know. I feel like a lot of the SEC teams are kind of even, so it could be they could just get surprise loss anywhere in there.
All right. Second last team we'll move into, that's Ole Miss. Obviously, we saw last year, had a good season. Lane Kiffin left them, but they did a wonderful job, made the semifinals, lost to Miami, Florida in a game they could have won. Looking at their schedule, obviously we know who they have coming back. Chambliss is back. Kawan Lacey's back. A couple defensive pieces are back for them as well, but they lost a bunch of guys to LSU because of obviously Lane Kiffin going there. Their schedule, I would say, is pretty hard in my opinion, but I have them beating Louisville. I have them beating Charlotte, obviously. I have them beating LSU. It's the wonderful story. Lane Kiffin comes back and just gets beat by his old team and just gets proven he shouldn't have left there in the first place. So I got Ole Miss winning that game. At Florida, this could be a scary first loss in my opinion. We saw a couple years ago they missed the playoffs because of a loss at Florida. They could lose that game if Florida's well improved, as I think they're going to be at Vandy. I don't know. I'm talking like Vandy will be an easy win. They've been pretty solid the last 2 years. I mean, they went 10-2 last year, but I just don't know how they're going to be without Pavia. I know Clark Lee's a good coach, but yeah, I think they beat Vandy. I think they beat Missouri. This is my one loss for Ole Miss right here. At Texas, I think Texas will get them here. I think this is their first loss of the year. And honestly, this rest schedule, they beat everyone. Auburn, win. Georgia, win. At Oklahoma, beat them last year there again. They're going to do it again. That's a win. Wofford, win. Wofford, what the fuck? Why is that Wofford?
Yeah, Wofford and Mississippi State in the year.
Mississippi State's a rivalry game, so I mean, it makes sense.
But
I got Ole Miss going 11-1 and losing to Texas. And here we go. This is where the drama
All
begins.
right, I'll just go down the line and let it build up, I guess. LSU, I have them losing. I'm going to take Lane Kiffin in that battle.
Hater.
It's just what I believe, you know. Week 4 comes around. That's another L at Florida. Florida's a little bit of a dark horse team here this year, so get ready for that.
I don't mind it.
LSU, Florida, that's 2 losses. Then I have them beating Vandy, Missouri. I mean, they're a solid team, so they'll take care of those guys. And then they're going to lose at Texas. That's the 3rd loss of the season for the Rebs, guys. Okay? Taylor Craigley better might be watching this. You're going to be very disappointed. Then, like I said earlier, Georgia's going 12-0, so they'll win that. I think they will beat Oklahoma. I was just saying Oklahoma's a good team, but they have to beat at least one of these teams. They're not terrible, don't get me wrong. I just think they're going to have an off year, and I think it's going to come to a team probably on the road. So I'll take Oklahoma in that one. So and then they'll beat Wofford obviously, and then Mississippi State. They're not the best team in the SEC. So I have them going 8-4. I mean, they could go 10-2, like some of you guys are saying, or 11-1 or whatever. But I have them as an off year. They're not a bad team, but I don't know. They got an absolute gauntlet this year, so I'm gonna go 8-4.
I think a lot of teams really have a gauntlet though in the SEC, and I think that Ole Miss is ready for it. They have the experience, especially with Lacey and Trinidad, and I think that that'll show. I think they come back in the revenge game against LSU and win that. I think they beat Florida as well. I think you go down the line, Vandy, Missouri, they're both decent teams, but I think that they'll beat them. I think they do lose to Texas, beat Auburn, beat Georgia, and I think the second loss comes to Oklahoma. I think that's still very respectable. They're definitely going to make the playoffs at 10-2.
Yeah, I think they're going to go 11-1, same as Brose. I got them losing at Texas. Texas still just being my my hot team this year. So, yeah, I'm losing that. And I know we're not talking about Oklahoma. This might be another hot take. I think they're starting the season off 2-3.
Wow. Oklahoma.
Yep. I got them beating UTEP, losing to Michigan, beating New Mexico, losing to Georgia, losing to Texas. 2-3.
It's not that crazy.
Not crazy at all.
Yep.
It's crazy when you got Bryce Underwood beating them on the
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's that.
And the last SEC team we're going to is the team that got a lot of expectations. That's Texas. Obviously, a lot of guys leaving, but a lot of guys coming in. Cam Coleman being their big acquisition, transfer portal. Still really wish Ohio State would have gone after him, but nope, didn't have the balls, just like they lost a 5-star running back to Tennessee because they wouldn't pay him. But we'll get to that another point in time in the future. But looking at their schedule, I mean, they don't have a Wofford game in the second week of the season, so thank you, Texas. They got Texas State week 1. That's a win. Oh, it pains me to say this, but I think they're going to beat Ohio State. We beat them at home last year. I think they're going to get us back at their place. I think they go 2-0. I think they beat UTSA. This is where my first loss comes in Knoxville at Neyland. I think Tennessee's going to beat them. There's their first loss. Then I think they beat Oklahoma. Then I think they beat Florida. Then I said they beat Ole Miss, but I think it's going to be close. Versus Mississippi State, they're going to win that. At Missouri, they're going to win that. This is a loss I've been debating right here at LSU, especially this is a night game at LSU. But I'm actually going to give them a second loss at LSU, and I think they drop that one. Then I think they beat Arkansas, and they go on the road to College Station, and they beat the shit out of Texas A&M. So I got Texas going 10-2 with their losses to LSU and at Tennessee, both on the road.
Another hot take for an SEC team coming up. I'm not very high on Texas, like I haven't been at all. I have Ohio State beating them. I'm not even going to go to the first week because why not? Ohio State's beating them, and then I don't think they're going to lose to Tennessee. I'm not high on Tennessee either. I'm going to take Texas there, but then, dude, Oklahoma. I don't know. This is kind of like 50-50 for me, so I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt here. But then Florida, dude. I'll tell you, Florida is a sleeper team in the SEC.
Is Lagway still there?
No, he went to Baylor.
Yeah, he's transferred to Baylor.
I don't care.
Well,
Their
head coach is the Tulane head coach, and he just made the playoffs.
They have a good roster. I think you guys are sleeping on Florida's roster here. So that's their second loss, and then they're going to beat Texas A&M at the bottom of the season. LSU, I have them going 9-3.
Wide awake.
LSU
Do they make the playoffs 9-3?
No.
You had them miss the playoffs. Actually, Hayden, you having them go 9-3, missing the playoffs. We actually didn't do one of my hot takes here in about a couple of segments here, but
I'm going to say the same thing as Brose in terms of the record. I think they're going 10-2, but I did say they're going to lose to Ohio State. I am going to keep that there. In their second loss, I think you're going to have to wait all the way to the end of the season. After their gauntlet, it's going to end pretty well until the game against Texas A&M. I think the Aggies beat them. I think that this is just a rivalry that's kind of turning tables like back and forth. It's getting really good. And honestly, it's going to be fun to watch. I think that A&M gets it done, though.
And the only thing I hate about that game, it's on a fucking Friday.
That's good.
Like, why not on a Saturday? Like, why not put up Saturday? You got Ohio State, Michigan Saturday. Then you could put Auburn and Alabama in the middle slot. Then you could put that as a night slot.
No, that's good, though. That's the big game of the day. That's fine.
But, I don't hate it either. But
All right. For me, I know I've been riding high on Texas this whole time. No, I don't think they're going 12-0. I do have them starting 9-0 though, and I think they're going to finish 10-2. I got them. Yep, I got them losing to LSU. I think by that time LSU's going to be all warmed up. Lane Kiffin's going to have that team ready to go. I do think LSU might struggle a little bit earlier in the year, but I think by then they're going to be a pretty solid looking football team.
then I agree with Will Rob. I think they go on the road to Texas A&M and drop that rivalry game to end the year. But I do think they still squeeze in the playoffs.
Okay. Well, that's our conference breakdowns, Big Ten and SEC. Next topic we got, it's our conference championship picks. We're going to go ACC, Big 12, SEC, and the Big Ten. Hayden, if you want to start us off first, what do you got for each conference?
Would you say first the Big Ten?
ACC, Big 12, SEC, Big Ten. We'll just go
ACC. I don't even know. We haven't even touched on that at all. So
you don't have to have two teams. You can just say who you think will win the conference.
yeah, dude. They disappointed me last year. Screw it. I'm going Clemson.
Oh, my goodness.
What the fuck?
He's about to say Florida's going to win the SEC.
No, I'm not that crazy. I think they'll be an 8-4, 9-3 team. A sleeper to make some upsets. But I'm taking Clemson for the ACC. I don't care who you guys take for the ACC. What's next? Big 10?
12. Big 12.
Big 12. Like, again, I don't care about that conference. I'll take Cincinnati for the bowl.
Yeah!
What the fuck?
Yeah! This is getting so retarded. I love it.
Nothing like the first podcast of the year taking some crazy takes, because that's what's fun about it. Otherwise, you're just bored reading off a script. And I ain't doing that. So, Big 12, I'll take the Bearcats. Not much faith in it, but we'll go with it.
I got a lot of faith in it.
All right, when it comes to the Big Ten and SEC, I'm going to take it more seriously because, once again, these are the two powerhouse conferences out there. These teams actually have legit chances, so I'm not going to try to screw myself up too much. So for the Big Ten champs, I'm going to take Oregon. I have them losing to Ohio State, but I think it's going to be Ohio State and Oregon probably in the Big Ten title game against each other in a rematch. And who knows, maybe it flips there. So I'm going to take Oregon because why not mix it up. SEC.
Did you say fucking Florida? I swear.
Florida! No!
I'm
joking. Chill. Georgia. I already said they're going 12-0 earlier. I mean, they're going to win the SEC, in my opinion. I'm not taking Florida, guys. I'm not that crazy. But I'll take the Bearcats for the Big 12.
Yeah.
It's just so dumb. Not that crazy. Oh, Bearcats. And Clemson.
How's that crazy? I don't think it's that crazy.
Clemson's pretty bad, though.
Clemson's awful.
All right.
Brendan Sorsey took the cancer to Texas Tech.
Yep,
it's leaving
exactly.
the building. It's off the premises.
And it's all over
It's
Texas Tech.
Yeah, it's all over Texas Tech. And guess what? That was the best team last year. They're in the
Exactly.
dumpster fire.
Big
It
12
only
needs a new team to
I mean,
arise.
it's kind of just like a seesaw here. One,
Exactly.
bam, Cincy to the top.
Exactly.
You're full of shit. Big 12, let's start there. I got Texas Tech beating BYU in the championship game. Again. You may call me Bowler. You may say, oh, it's a balanced conference. I don't give a shit. Those are the best two teams. And Texas Tech may not have Sorsby. Who cares? He's not that good. He's a fucking gambler degenerate. And he's not on
And
the
they
team.
lost their whole defense, and that was the only reason why they won games.
Don't
last year.
care. They have the oil money, and they're going to come back and do shit. I don't give a damn. Like, just giving it right to you straight. Everyone else in the Big Ten's mid. BYU's solid. Houston's okay.
12.
Sorry, Big 12. Sorry, I'm just really passionate about this because I think you're full of shit saying Texas Tech just going to fall off.
They are going to fall off. Just
They're
wait.
not. They're going to win the conference again, and I don't think it's that crazy to say. Their quarterback who's going to start for them started some games last year, so there you go. Anyways, going back to the other conferences. ACC, I got Miami beating SMU. I think that, you can say it's boring because it's Miami. They're the best team on paper, but they're a lot better than fucking Clemson. Like, let's be serious here.
Yeah, but you said it's boring.
I think
That's
there's
the key word
I think there's
It's
four
boring.
teams
But
better than
it's
Clemson in the ACC.
At least.
I think SMU's better. I think
Louisville.
Miami's better. I think Louisville's going to be good with Keen Holtz, and I think
Bit.
Mason Heitzel's better than whatever the fuck they got. So
Oh, my God. Here we go. But, yeah. Got Miami over SMU. I think Louisville could play it, too, instead of SMU. That'll be close there. But, yeah, I got the Canes. Going to the SEC, I got Georgia beating A&M. I think that'll be a good game there, but I think that Georgia's just a little bit better. And for the Big Ten, I got a rematch of a regular season matchup, Ohio State and Oregon. And this time, I got the Buckeyes because it's in the postseason, and I think it's going to flip-flop just the opposite of what Hayden said.
Yeah.
So give me the Bucks.
Fair enough. All right, I'll start in the ACC. I got Miami over Pitt. Ever since Heinzel has started with Pitt, they were on fire. He didn't start the year off starting, and they sucked. And then the rest of the season went real well. I think they get to the championship game, lose to Miami.
They got whooped by somebody at home.
Notre Dame.
Well, that's Notre Dame. That's
Remember
a
their
whole,
coach said
that's
they
a
didn't
whole
care about
nother
the game.
level.
Remember that?
Yeah. Okay. Big 12. Obviously, I have Cincinnati winning the Big 12. Okay, Brennan Sorsby's out of here. We're not chucking a deep ball into double coverage against Nebraska to lose the game to start the season off. J.C. French the fourth. He's coming in hot. Okay, I'm taking Cincinnati over BYU in the Big 12. I'm not. Never mind. I'm gonna cancel that.
That's
statement.
Gavin's favorite
All right,
game right there.
SEC. Yeah, that I will love that. I can't wait for that matchup. I will be there.
It's gonna happen.
Okay, SEC. I'm taking Georgia over Ole Miss. Kind of boring, but it's just the top two teams I had, so I'm taking Georgia. In the Big Ten, I also have a rematch of a regular season game, and I got Michigan over Ohio State.
In the Big Ten championship,
All right.
All right, that's all I got.
Did you
ACC.
have Ohio State going 9-3?
He did.
That is. I said that they could.
That was their floor.
They
I don't
could
think
go
they actually
9-3.
said that, yeah.
All right, ACC. We're going to start off. I also have the Miami Hurricanes. I have them also playing SMU in the ACC championship game. I think SMU is going to be a lot improved. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but they could. Big 12. I have Texas Tech, but I had three different options for this last spot. I had Utah, who I think is going to get there. I have Oklahoma State, who I think is going to be a lot improved. And I also had, I'm going to throw Cincy in there. Why not?
Utah lost everything.
We're gonna go Cincy in there as well. So I think those are the three teams.
I don't know how you could pick Utah, though.
Utah
Like,
lost
actually,
their whole
seriously.
coaching
They still
staff
have a good
and all the
quarterback.
players.
Just reminding you, they still have Dan Fear. SEC. This is where I change it up. I've got Texas beating Georgia for the SEC title. I think Georgia's time is done. They have ran that conference too many fucking times.
I like it.
And our fan's going to say, nuh-uh, he's taking that conference back. Texas wins the SEC. And in Big Ten, it's pretty boring. I have Ohio State beating the postseason flop Oregon Ducks. So we're going with the Buckeyes to win the Big Ten. And then screw it. I'm going to go right into the playoff picks. So we're going to start here with our 12 teams. And I'm going to start off. Here we go. I've got Ohio State, Notre Dame, Texas, Georgia, Oregon, Indiana, Ole Miss, Miami, Florida, Tulane, Texas Tech, LSU. And my barely misses, Oklahoma, Michigan, USC, and SMU.
All right. I can go next. For me, I got some somewhat similar. I got Ohio State at number one, then Georgia, then Oregon, Miami, A&M, Notre Dame, Texas, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, Indiana, LSU at number 11. And then my kind of surprise team out of the group of five, I got USF with Brian Hartline, baby.
I was thinking about that. I
Yeah.
was thinking about it, but I didn't go for it. And I also didn't realize they played at BGSU this year.
I do. Unfortunately,
USF's going to smack the fuck out of them.
I do think that's going to. We won't say why we're laughing right now, but going.
Well, it's already wrong because Michigan's on the list.
Good state at number 5, by the way. Anyways, continuing on. Yeah, that's my 12 teams, and I think that the just misses, as we were talking about beforehand, I got USC just missing it, Michigan just missing it, Penn State just missing it, and Alabama is somewhere down there, as well as Oklahoma.
All right, I can go. I'm not going to give you guys a full 12 bracket. Maybe in like our next podcast because I don't have one. But I'll try to give you like my top 4 seeds. I'm going to take number 1 is Georgia. I said they're going to go 12-0 and then win the conference. Number 2, I'm going to put Oregon. They're winning the Big Ten in my opinion, so I'll go number 2. And then I don't think number 3 is going to be a conference winner. I think it'll probably be a team from either the SEC or Big Ten. It's kind of like the 3 seed. And you know, I'll drop Ohio State in there. I think that they get to the Oregon game and the conference game, and they're like 2 or 3 probably. And then you know they probably just drop one spot maybe. So I'll put them at the 3 seed after the loss to Oregon. And then the 4 seed, I don't know, probably whoever loses to Georgia in the SEC. Or you know, I'll go Miami, even though I picked Clemson to win the SEC.
Oh my God.
Miami will be the 4 seed after they get upset by Clemson in the championship game because they'll be 12-0 by that point. They'll lose to Clemson in the championship and then be 12-1.
All right. Mine in no particular order. I have Texas, Ohio State, Georgia, Miami, Ole Miss, Michigan, Indiana, Notre Dame, because they're not in a conference.
On the way from Miami,
A&M, Cincinnati, Tulane, just because my last two, I just picked some randos. I picked Tulane, and then I literally just picked this about 2 seconds ago. I'm just throwing Pitt in at 12 because why not? I mean, I just don't know who else to throw in there. So.
Oh, for my group of 5 team, I'll just throw in Memphis.
Fair enough.
This is where I've been most excited for this whole podcast, our college hot takes. This is what I've been excited for, and I've got 3 of them. We're going to start with the big one I got right last year. We're going with it again because why not? First hot take, I believe Kalen DeBoer or Steve Sarkisian is going to get fired this year. It's happening. One of those two is getting canned. I hope it's Sarkisian because he's been the biggest flop of all these coaches besides James Franklin, and he got canned. So I think one of those two is getting canned, first one. Second one, LSU is making the playoffs first year under Lane Kiffin. It's just happening. And I just think with that roster he's got, and I think LSU's getting in. Number 3, it kind of goes something off what Hayden said a couple of minutes ago. I think Florida finishes the year in the top 15 rankings. Good year 1 under their new head coach. Not saying they're making the playoffs. I think they'll finish in the top 15.
So Florida was one of my hot takes for being a good team, dark horse, whatever. So Brose took that. So that's one of mine. My other one was Penn State making the playoffs. Their schedule in the Big Ten is absolutely terrible. I think they lose one of those games, and they don't make the conference championship. But I think they'll be a high enough seed that they don't have to win that game. Probably like a 10, 8, 9, something like that. And then my my third hot take was, that Clemson won the ACC. So I've already said that. So there you guys go.
All right. For me, I think I kind of already said one of my hot takes. I think it's USF making the playoffs in year 1 under Brian Hartline. I think it's not too crazy to say. I think you can really pick anyone in the group of 5, and it wouldn't be too crazy to say. But going forward with that, I think that LSU and Ole Miss will meet a second time in the playoffs. I think that this will be likely around like an 11-6 matchup or something like that, around there. So I think that's not too crazy to say. And, yeah. I'll get into my other stuff later.
Brose also shares one of mine. I think DeBoer is gone after this year, after Bama absolutely sucks again. And then my other one, if we have to pick a Natty winner, I'm not going with this team, but I'm riding high on Texas, and I'm going to say they have a very good chance at winning the Natty. That's my hot take.
Okay. All right. We're going to go one award here quick. Heisman Trophy. I've got 3 options here. I've got Trinidad Chambliss, Ole Miss. I've got C.J. Carr from Notre Dame. And I got to throw in Julian Sain. I have to. I think those are the 3 best. I don't think Arch Manning, hot take, I don't think Arch gets in the Heisman ceremony. I don't think he can finish his top 5. But, those are my top. Arch is not finishing top 5. But my top 3, I have Chambliss, Julian Sain, C.J. Carr. My 3 quarterbacks for the Heisman.
You guys can go next if you're ready. I don't know who I'm going to pick yet. So.
Okay.
Between a couple.
I'm going to go kind of like a top 5 here. I think that one of them is going to be Mensa from Miami. I think that he just has a lot of weapons on the offense, and I think that he's going to have a really good season going down the line. I think Gunnar Stockton is actually going to surprise some people. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. The Davey O'Brien award, I think, is going to go to him. I don't know if that might be like the best senior quarterback award. I don't know if you can check that or not, but I don't know if that's what that is. But I think it's going to be a little different from the Heisman because it's sometimes like that. I think that he's going to win that. I'm just going to keep going here with my awards. The Doak Walker running back award, I think, is going to be Kejuan Lacey. And going back to the Heisman picks, I do have Dante Moore being the Heisman for Oregon. Brose may not like that, but that's my pick. I think it's not that crazy to say. I think Jeremiah Smith will be up there. I think he's going to go really crazy this year. And Sam Levitt as well at LSU, I think is going to be the top 5.
All right. With mine, I'm saying this as a Michigan fan. I'm sick of the quarterbacks getting glazed.
Stole my line.
and for this Heisman Award, and it needs to go to the best player in college football. And Jeremiah Smith is the best player in college football, and he should win the Heisman and Biletnikoff. The fact he didn't win the Biletnikoff last year is stupid, even though the other guy still a great player. But like Jeremiah Smith is just a different animal. I think he should win both awards, and then I have Chambliss winning the Davey O'Brien, and then my Doak Walker Award I gave to Mark Fletcher Jr. from Miami.
Yeah, we haven't talked about him at all. But moving into our semifinal predictions and then our Natty Picks, this is where it gets going to get interesting. My first semifinal, I have a rematch from the regular season. I have Ohio State playing Oregon for the third straight time, and you know what's going to happen. Playoff game, Ohio State's whooping that ass. They're going to beat Oregon. My other semifinal, I had the Texas Longhorns versus a revengeful come-up Notre Dame. I think that'll be the other semifinals. I think Texas beats Notre Dame, and then we get to the national championship, and I'm picking them. Going my Buckeyes. They're getting it done. Taking back the crown. They're beating those Longhorns. They're going to get their payback from that regular season loss. They're going to beat Texas, and they're going to send Steve Sarkisian packing. He's going to be gone. So I'm going with the Buckeyes to win the national championship over the Longhorns.
My champion is going to be an SEC team. Like I said at the beginning, I think this is just the time where the Big Ten reign ends, and I'm taking Georgia. I don't know. I haven't won ever since the Big Ten has, and if somebody's going to do it, it's going to be a team like Georgia. So I'm going to take them, but I think who they're going to beat in the semifinals would probably be Miami. So I'm going to get Georgia to beat Miami, and then on the other side, I have an Ohio State probably. I don't know who they're going to play, but I think they'll win. I low-key have an Ohio State Georgia Natty game here. A little bit of old times. What was it, 2021 when Ruggles missed that kick, or was it Fielding? I don't know. They've had so many bad kickers you can't remember. But I think a little rematch like that would be kind of cool to see. And it'd be even cooler to watch Ohio State lose that game again. So I'm taking Georgia to win the Natty.
This guy.
So having Georgia go 16-0.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Gavin, can you go first?
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of going to go against what I just said like 5 minutes ago when I said I wasn't going to pick my hot take, but I'm just going to go with Texas here because why not? And I do think an SEC team's going to take it. I think Texas might have 2 losses, but I think we saw Miami kind of surprise some people last year. I think Texas is going to be a team that also surprised some people this year, and I got them winning it.
All right, last thing.
I waited to go last for this because I feel like it's somewhat a surprise of me doing this, but nope, not that dumb. But in the semifinals, I got Ohio State versus Notre Dame and Miami versus Oregon, and I think that Oregon wins and Texas wins. Unfortunately, they beat Ohio State. I think it's going to be Texas or not. No, it's going to be Notre Dame. I had Notre Dame there. So Notre Dame's in over Texas. Notre Dame beats Ohio State in a close one. And it's Notre Dame versus Oregon. And this is my big hot take. I waited to say this till now for a reason. I think that the Big Ten's going to win a 4th straight natty.
No,
4th different team.
Not
And it's the
Oregon.
Oregon Ducks. I hate it,
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
but that's my prediction. Oregon over Notre Dame.
Last thing for college, we're going to pick these 3 quick games. We're going to start with a week 1 banger, LSU and Clemson. I'm taking LSU. Easy pick for me. It's at home. Lane Kiffin's first game. And Clemson's just dog shit. So I'm picking LSU, and they're going to whoop that ass. And I'm taking that spread. If it's 7.5, 10.5, 20.5, I don't care. LSU's winning the game.
Well, it's obviously going to be a game if you put it on our big board of picks. So I'm going to take Clemson because it can't be that big of a blowout.
Who the fuck is this guy?
You're the one who put it on the paper, so it's going to be a good game. I'm taking Clemson.
He's already 0-1 in the picks.
LSU for sure. Like, just not even a question.
Aiden is already tanking. All right. I'm also taking LSU. It's not even going to be close.
Next one, we got 2 in week 2. First big one's at noon. Unfortunately, it's a noon game, not like a 3:37 kick. It's the Michigan Wolverines against Oklahoma. And I know I talked in depth earlier about I think how Oklahoma wins this game, but it's the picks, and I got to get a little spicy here. Fuck it. We're going with a Big Ten against the SEC. I'm picking Michigan to beat Oklahoma in this game.
Heck yeah!
Fuck the SEC. Big Ten's going to go 2-0 on the same day. And I got Michigan upsetting Oklahoma because I think even though Underwood doesn't have to play good, they still have 2 running backs, Jordan Marshall and Hitler, who are going to go absolutely crazy. So I think they go
Savion Hyder.
But I think Michigan gets it done. I think they upset Oklahoma at home. Get real payback from last year.
I already went on my rant earlier. I'm just going to pick the Sooners to beat Michigan.
Sooners as well.
Michigan fan, by the way.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
Ohio State, that's all.
Yeah, I obviously got Michigan and giving Oklahoma their first loss of the year.
And then our last game, it's the nightcap, Ohio State against Texas. I know I said earlier Texas was going to win that game, but it's the picks. And it's the picks, so fuck Texas. We're going horns down, going with the Buckeyes. It's going to happen. I just think Julian Sain's going to outperform Arch Manning, and it's going to just prove why Sain's the better quarterback. So I'm going with the Buckeyes, and nobody in that team is guarding Jeremiah Smith.
Changed mine.
So going with the Buckeyes. Even though I said earlier Texas would win, as a fan, I'm picking Ohio State. I'm not picking Texas.
Once again, I'm very unbiased here, so I think Ohio State's going to win.
I like it. Short and sweet. Same here, Buckeyes. Fuck Texas. Horns down. Ohio State for sure.
It's going to be another close one. I don't think Ohio State's defense is going to be up to par with Texas's defense. I got Texas winning.
All right. Well, that's our college rant. Obviously, there's something Rob wanted to add on here. Big decision went down yesterday.
We got a little breaking news, actually.
LeBron not going to Cleveland, not going to Miami, not going to Golden State, not to Minnesota. He went ring chasing, folks. He pulled the KD 2.0. He's going to Philly. So, Rob, floor is yours.
Does anyone else want to talk about this first?
I would love to.
We'll all talk about it.
I will talk about this firsthand. Here we go. Colby Altman, you're a fucking fraud. I mean, all you had to do to get LeBron was just have the balls to trade Evan Mobley, but you don't. You could have had Giannis. You said no. Could have had Jaylen Brown, a former Finals MVP. You said no. Instead, you settle for a 37-year-old who can't play defense in James Harden. And Rich Paul literally said this on his podcast. If they still had Darius Garland, LeBron James would be a Cleveland Cavalier. And honestly, I'm starting to agree with that a little bit. I think Garland was the safer play. I think we could have kept Garland, we could have added Giannis or Jaylen Brown, and we could have LeBron. And Garland actually plays a lick of defense, and he's like a decade younger. So, I mean, it's just stupid. I kind of had a feeling he wasn't coming back to Cleveland. I thought it would be Miami, in my opinion, but, you know, I'm fully convinced the only reason he went to Philly is because Jaylen Brown's a Philadelphia 76er. And I'm thanking this fucker's team for that mistake. I'm the only reason for sure. The only reason he's going there is because of Jaylen Brown. And I can say, fuck Brad Stevens for that, because he made that happen. Because he, for some reason, said, Jaylen Brown, you're gone. Let's bring in Paul George, who's on one of the worst contracts in the NBA. So that's my rant. Fuck the Cavs organization. Kenny Atkinson's a fraud, and James Harden sucks balls.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I got two views from this also. Like, one, I'm actually kind of happy for LeBron. Like, he's ring chasing, which people are going to give hate, but at the end of the day, you want to win a championship, and he's giving himself the best chance too. So good for LeBron. But then, like Brose said, I'm blaming this on the Boston Celtics. I don't understand how you can get rid of Jaylen Brown for a bag of chips and a Rice Krispie treat for a little Paul George, one game, good game, and then the rest of the time just the bag of chips that nobody cares about. I don't even understand it. You know, I think, first of all, what I think destroyed this relationship between Tatum and Brown that led to this demise of where we're at now with LeBron and the Sixers is the media. I truly believe that Jaylen Brown and Tatum did not hate each other that much, that they just had to part their ways so randomly and just such a horrible time in their both young careers still. I don't even understand it. So that's where I'm at for that. And then, like, of course, like, Philly has this absolutely star-studded lineup. Well, Harari beat Boston when they were up 3-1 and came back and beat Boston in Game 7. And then you give them Jaylen Brown. I mean, even with Jaylen Brown and excluding LeBron James, they have one of the best rosters in the NBA now. Now you add LeBron James, who's at the tail end of his career but still a very good basketball player. Of course he's going to want to come to the best teams because when everybody gets old, they want to go ring chasing because they know they don't have as much in the tank as they used to. I mean, it's just like a script, honestly, at this point. How do you allow Jaylen Brown to go to your rival in Philadelphia, who just came back after down 3-1 to beat you, give up Jaylen Brown, and then they turn around and get LeBron, and then we get a Paul George? I don't even understand it. I'm blaming the Boston Celtics.
And Mitchell Robinson.
I can't even believe I'm a fan of this team. Like, how do you just?
Don't worry, you got Vucevic.
I hate Vucevic too. Luka Garza's better than that ball. But yeah,
just remember, you could have had Giannis, but you said you wouldn't trade.
Oh yeah, actually, great point, Bros. I'm gonna say I didn't say that here. But yeah, I watched the Summer League for the first time this year, and I watched Hugo Gonzalez turn the ball over in 30 seconds to turn the TV on. And I'm like, this is who we kept for Giannis Antetokounmpo. But then we'll give up Jaylen Brown for freaking Paul George. I can't even understand it. It's mind-boggling. So I'm happy for LeBron, but, man, I'm blaming the Celtics all day and every day for this.
All right. I'm not as passionate about this topic as everybody else, but I do love it as a Jordan fan because I feel like the main argument against me all the time is that Jordan only won because he played with Pippen, who he was better than anyways. And then we also had just a glorified Amen Thompson and Dennis Rodman. So now that LeBron is joining this top 3 team in the NBA already, to just go be 1 ring short of Jordan is just phenomenal for me. And I don't have to listen to these idiots talk about the Cavs all year with LeBron. I'll still have to listen to them talk about the Cavs, but at least they don't have LeBron on their team as well.
And the Bulls are still a playing team. Just remember that.
And the Bulls are getting better, but that's not even a part of this conversation.
Yep. For me, this has been actual purgatory and hell of a basketball year for me. I mean, this has been my favorite sport growing up, at least to play. I mean, football is a lot more fun to watch right now. And I think it's going to continue to be. But, I mean, let's just recap here. We got the Knicks winning the NBA championship. Are you kidding me? Like, no one wants to see that bullshit except Hayden because he's a Brunson Glazer for some reason. But you got that. And then we didn't even talk about college basketball, but you got fucking 40-year-old Yaxel Lendeborg. Morris Johnson, who's a 300-pound just behemoth of a man, should be playing defensive tackle. And then you got an 8-foot cheese rushing in the paint. I mean, that's all I got to say about that.
And their head coach is gone.
Yeah, their head coach is gone, even though, they have a great culture with all the Michigan men. Don't worry, their AD got fired because all the scandals, too.
I don't know why you wouldn't upgrade to an NBA job.
Well, he could have still got the same amount of money, probably, because they just have Moneybags McGee over there.
I don't think so.
But, yep, their AD is gone, and, we all knew it was coming because the culture over there is dog shit. Going back to the NBA, though.
So bad that everyone stayed except one player.
Let's
who's
get
not
that
even
topic
close.
here for LeBron and the Sixers.
Just saying.
No, this doesn't matter. They're not going to do anything again in that program. Anyways.
Now we can change topics to the NCAA, right? Because we got to congratulate our national champions at some point. Because we haven't had
You can give them 5 seconds.
Michigan Wolverines. 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful.
That was 4, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't know 1, 2, 3 meant 3.
We'll go 5 for the 5 starters that brought us home the chip. Yep, Michigan, let's go, baby. We haven't had a chance to be on the podcast in a while.
Let's go.
So let's just say that and give them the flowers. And
Those who stay will be champions.
yep, except for Bryce Underwood.
Oh, you're saying those who stay will be champions.
Well,
I mean,
Cheddar,
all those
champion.
dudes are just a bunch of transfers. I mean, the players who stayed are. I mean, Ryder Gale's an Ohio State player. That fucking sucks. But I mean, you have Will Shitter, and you have who else is the guy? Fat ass Damari Burnett. I mean, he's dog shit. So, just moving on from that.
So bad they're playing in the NBA.
Those who stay and get $1 billion will be champions. We know the phrase. Anyway, going back to the NBA. Next one, hate that. OKC, they'll be back. They had some injuries last year, and they still almost beat the Spurs. They'll be back. Spurs will be back as well. Young team, they just weren't ready for the moment. Going to my Cavs, Honey Bun Harden, you're fat as shit. Go ahead and just go in a strip club and just die there because you're old as shit. Maybe not die, but just get really drunk and don't play basketball anymore, you bearded bitch. Going to the rest of the NBA, I don't have anything else to say about these other fucking teams. I mean, the Cavs got Malik Thomas, who's actually a stud player in the second round. I think he's going to be really good. The Bulls are still a playing team. Caleb Wilson's good. Who cares? Going to the real topic here is LeBron James. LeBron, you are from Akron, Ohio. You played with the Cavs twice already. The first 8 years of career, you got no help. Let's be real here. You still got to the finals, and you did lose to a really good Spurs team. Then you went to Miami. You see the shirt there. Gavin's obviously a Jordan fan. I'm a LeBron guy, so obviously I want LeBron to come home. I don't care how old he is. I don't care if we can't play defense because we have Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, LeBron, who's 57 years old at this point. But who really cares? You want to see that. Must-see TV. The final going-away party. How beautiful would it have been for LeBron to finish his career in Cleveland? Even Gavin would have respected it. Even though he would have hated all the conversations we have about it, it would have been cool. But no, he goes to Philly. Goes to play the super team. I mean, hell, the Jordan fans will hate it if LeBron gets to 6 rings because his contract is 2 years. He could actually win 2 in a row. I don't know if it will happen.
Yeah, it only took him 50 years.
Yeah, but he gets to the finals a lot. And the league builds all the super teams just to beat one guy. But anyways, I did have one last point in the Cavs. Mobley, please bulk up or you're just going to get bodied by a bunch of bigger players. I had that
I know
written
you're
down.
listening to this too.
Mobley, I hope you're listening to this because you're skinny as a board right now. So please lift some damn weights, or we're going to be shit again. Did get to the conference finals. I'll say that's a good step up. But who cares? Back to the 76ers. They have a good lineup. They have a really good lineup. I think they're the easy favorites. Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, JB, Brown, and Embiid. They also got that boy Dean Wade off the bench, former Cavs player. They're going to be the favorites, and LeBron
And Anthony Simons.
Anthony Simons, yes, that's true. But LeBron, you were my GOAT. This is my second point. I don't know if I can have the same.
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Michael Jordan.
Oh my god!
I have to say it. Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
Oh my god!
Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I say LeBron's the most skilled player, but in terms of the GOAT debate,
He joined the good side.
Oh my goodness! Never would I.
that's all I gotta say.
Well, I
That's
like
all I
that
gotta
you can.
say.
I like that you can know there's a difference between the greatest and best. Because you've always said he's both. But when you make a move like that, like a KD
My
move,
goodness.
you can't be considered the greatest of all time if that's what you're chasing.
This is history.
So, wow.
And,
I just had to say it, man. Just disappointed.
Oh,
And even though, I'll just add one thing. Even though we didn't get LeBron, we have to sell now. Jonathan Kuminga, you're going to be a Cavs soon, so we're waiting for that.
Steven
South.
Jonathan.
Yeah, the cum bucket. He's going to be so good,
And
man.
then DeMar DeRozan, you're also coming here. So
DeMar DeRozan? He can't make a shot outside 10 feet.
55
Better
year
than
old.
Max
Another
Strus.
55-year-old.
all right. Anything else you got to add about this, or are we good for the NFL?
No, that's not what I was expecting. Well, Rob said he had a surprise for us.
Was that
Yeah,
He
that
was,
was-
he was running pretty late, and we just thought he was going to dress up, and like he.
Oh, he
forgot to do
dressed
something.
Up all right.
He dressed up way different than all of us thought. That's crazy. So,
All right.
props to you.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Well,
I did
we're
not
good.
expect that on a bingo card for
Well,
today.
last thing we got to talk about NFL. We're gonna make this pretty quick. We're gonna make this pretty quick with division and stuff. We're gonna start with the AFC East. Last place. I had the Dolphins in last. They got Malik Willis as quarterback. I don't know what they're gonna do. I just got them finishing last. I had the Jets finishing third, so a step of improvement this year. I think they'll be better than Miami, so I got them third. I have the Bills in second. I got Buffalo coming in there in second place, and I got New England winning the division. So, yeah, I've got Pats winning the AFC East.
Were you just going to go AFC East around the table?
Yours.
Yeah, I'll take the Patriots too. I mean, I think they're the best team in that division. So I'm making it quick.
I think that the Patriots are going to have a slight fall off. I think that they're still a really good team, but it's a little bit of a one-year wonder. I got the Bills winning it. That new stadium, boy, it's going to be beautiful. And I think that this is the year of the Josh Allen. I got the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets. So Bills winners.
I also think the Bills are going to take it this year, even though they're going to lose week 2 to open up their brand new stadium against the Lions.
Gosh.
But I do think the Bills are going to win the East.
Now we're going to move into one of the most heated debates that I've been waiting for all night. That's the AFC North. I got Browns in last and fourth. I got the Steelers in third. I've got the Ravens second. And I've got Cincinnati taking home the AFC North this year. And you'll see later in my hot takes, pretty high on the Bengals. So we'll see where that goes. But I got Cincinnati winning the North, bouncing back with a well-improved defense.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, I'm ready for it. Here we go.
Oh, Okay, I'll just start from the bottom. Okay, the Browns are the bottom. I think they can have a better season. Than
What?
I think they can have a better season than last year, but like they're still the bottom of the division. I think everybody knows that here. Third, I'm going the Ravens. Third, I'm going the Ravens. I do, like Bro said, he's high on the Bengals. I think they're going to be better than the Ravens this year, so I'll put the Bengals at second. But I'm taking the Steelers to win the division again. You guys can say it's a horrible take. They won it last year, and I think that they've only gotten better at every single position on both sides of the ball here.
Not quarterback.
So, Rodgers is going to be better this year. He's got more weapons on
He's
the outside.
older.
That just means he gets
You
better.
just can't throw it to them.
So, here we go again with the just blasphemous.
It's not blasphemous when I count 25 checkdowns in one game.
They went 10-7 last year. I have them at least winning one more game than last year, and I think that's good enough to win the AFC North this year.
That's pretty bad.
Aaron Rodgers is 1 year older.
Steelers, Bengals, Ravens, Browns.
All right.
1 year older equals one more loss.
I would love to sit here and act like the Browns are going to win the division, but I'm not as delusional as people may think. I do have them in last place at 6-11. They could be a few games better, a few games worse. Who really knows? It kind of depends if they really decide to truly employ Deshaun Watson for the full season, because he's a pedophile and a sexual predator. So turn that guy back to jail, please. Anyways, going back to the top of where it really matters, I actually have the Ravens at 9-8 in third. I think that they have a down year. I mean, Lamar's probably going to get injured again like he always does. They have all the talent. I just don't think it's happening anymore. They don't have Harbaugh anymore either. So I think that they're going to be having a down year. Steelers will be solid, 10-7. I think they'll make the playoffs, probably squeak in again like always. But Hayden, they're not going to go 12-5. That's fucking bullshit. And in the first spot, I got the Bengals at 12-5. Yes. I agree with Brose, and it seems like I might be agreeing with Gavin here soon. I got the Bengals, man. I think Joe Burrow going to have a big step up here. And they actually have Dexter Lawrence on the defense now, too. Yeah. So I think they're going to be better.
Yeah. I also got the Browns in last place. I think it's going to be hilarious when Deshaun is starting this year. As much as I'd love to watch Shedeur Sanders play some more football, I think it's going to be great when the Browns win some games with Deshaun and re-sign him to another contract. Third place, I got the Steelers, obviously. They still don't have a quarterback, even though they drafted Penn State's QB in like third round or something like that.
Last time they drafted a kid from the state of Pennsylvania, he sucked. That's Kenny Pickett, by the way.
That is also true, and he still might be the best one on the roster. So,
mind you, this guy will defend Bryce Underwood for everything.
I never said he was that good. I literally said our record depends on how good he improved or how much he improved. Then I got the Ravens in second place. They added Trey Hendrickson this year. They still got the weapons on offense. I think they're going to be dogs. Their defense is always good. Will they be that much better than the Steelers? Probably not, but I still think they're going to be better. And then I also have the Bengals in first place. Everyone's pretty much healthy. All their weapons are there. Joe Burrow's back, and they added some pieces on the defense, which was pretty much the reason why they were sucking in the first place before the injuries.
Okay. We're going to move to the AFC West. I'm going to make this pretty quick. Fourth place, have the Raiders. They have Mendoza, obviously, but I still think they're a couple years away from being a playoff contending team, but I think they're going to be better than 3 wins this year. Third place, I have the Chargers. It seems like they're just stuck in a rut right now where they just can't get that one big playoff win. I don't know if it's a Justin Herbert thing because I think Herbert's a good quarterback. I just think the offensive play calling blows dick, and I just don't think they have a lot of weapons except Lad McConkey. Second place, this is my big shift up. I have the Denver Broncos taking a little step back this year in second place. I don't think they're going to repeat 14 wins as last year. I think Bo Nix coming off his injury will be still fine, but okay. But they still got a really good defense. But first place, I hate to say it, it's going to be the Chiefs. It's written in the script already. Mahomes comes back from an ACL tear. They go on a magical run, win Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but I got the Chiefs in first. I just think with Mahomes back healthy, they added K9 this offseason, much improved in the run game. Defense is going to be back, probably solid. And, yeah, I got the Chiefs winning the AFC West.
I don't have it flipping up that much like Brose does. From the bottom, though, the Raiders for sure. And then I'm still going to keep the Chiefs in the third place spot for the West. Yeah, they're getting Mahomes back, but, and of course, they got K9. But I just don't think Mahomes is going to be the freaking best player on the planet again right after a freaking ACL injury of all things. That is hard to come back from, even if he is fully healthy. I mean, it's a lot on your physical body, but also in the mental side of the game, too. So I think, will they make the playoffs? Probably, because I think these top 3 teams in this division can make the playoffs easily. So then I'm taking them in third spot, and then the second spot, the Chargers. Not much to be said there. I think they're the second best team, but the Broncos, dude, they would have made the playoffs last year. Or, not they made the playoffs. They would have made the Super Bowl last year if Bo Nix did not get hurt against the Patriots.
Or no, not one.
I don't know about winning it, but they would have made the Super Bowl over the Patriots. I think, if that team's fully healthy, I believe they're the best team in that division and possibly even the AFC. So I'll take the Broncos.
All right. I think this is going to be one of the most intriguing divisions this year. I think that you can say all the teams are pretty solid. I think the Raiders are going to take a step up with Fernando, and I think that they're actually going to go 9-8, have a very respectable season. Kind of a hot take right there. Kind of going a little glimpse into my hot takes there, but I got them still in last at 9-8, but still solid. Chargers at 10-7 in third. Chiefs also at 10-7, getting better, but not all the way better, as good as the Broncos, who will be first again.
I'm not going to list out all of them, but I just want to say I got hated on for my Broncos pick last year, and look what happened. They should have been to the Super Bowl, so I'm picking the Broncos again. The Chiefs are just getting older and older, and I don't think they're going to be able to get it done. But watch out for draft pick Cyrus Allen. He's going to be their next big, real small, short, fast dude in the slot.
We're going to go AFC South. I'll make this quick. Last place at the Titans, I think they're going to be well improved with Cam Ward, and they got good coaching staff. Mike Vrabel's there. I think they'll be re-improved. Third place, I have the Colts. They were one of the best teams in the NFL last year until Daniel Jones got hurt, and they just plummeted. Phil Rivers tried his best, but the old age caught up to him, and they just sold the season. So I got Colts in third. I still think they're solid, but who knows? Second place, I have a team that was surprisingly really good last year, the Jacksonville Jaguars, in second place. And first place is only banking on this guy improves, and that's C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud, you better improve this year or you're going to be gone, I think, from the league pretty shortly. I don't think he'll be a starter. I think he'll be a backup. I got the Texans winning the division. I think that defense is just going to carry that team to a division title. And if Stroud just plays mid-football at best, they're going to win that division with no problem. So I got Houston.
I'm taking the Titans at the bottom, the Colts third place, and I'm putting the Texans at the second spot. I'm not high on C.J. Stroud, not because he's an Ohio State player. I just don't think he has played good football. And I'm just going into the season, I'm going to say that the Jaguars are at least a half a game better than the Texans this upcoming year because they had a good season last year. So I'll put the Jaguars in the one spot for the South.
I have an opinion on this one. I think Titans will be in last place because Titans just sucked recently. That's not happening. Colts, like Brose was saying, they really just can't do anything without. Like, Darnold will be back, but it's not going to be the same. They're not Darnold.
Daniels.
But he'll be back. I don't think it's going to be the same at all as it was at the start of last year. They're just going to be average at best. I have the Texans at second. I think that their defense is going to be good, as it always has been recently. I also don't like C.J. Stroud that much. He didn't play that good. I also don't like him because he tried to little bro Caleb Williams. Not cool.
There we go.
And then I like the Jaguars as a team. I think they'll do solid this year. I think that they'll win. It'll be close with them and the Texans, but I think that the Jaguars will win the division.
Yeah, for me, I feel like some people might take this as a surprise, but I have the Jaguars in last place.
What the fuck?
I kind of wanted to go on the limb here, but I'm not a huge believer in Trevor Lawrence. I think he's solid, but I just don't think it's going to really happen
They
for
ain't
them this
dropping
year.
off that bad from 14-3. What were they, 12-5? They ain't dropping that bad.
I don't know. I have them going last. I think it's going to be close between them and the Colts. And this is kind of another hot take. I have the Titans finishing in second.
Wow.
I think Cam
I
Ward's
could
going
see
to have
that.
a huge step-up year. And I think they have some new pieces that's really going to help them. And
Cardinal Tate.
that's what I'm saying. They have Cardinal Tate as well. And in first, I do have the Texans. I think Stroud will get slightly better. He won't be anything crazy, but this division is just pretty mid, so I have the Texans.
I guess mine's a little different than you guys. But I do still have the Titans in the last. I do think they're going to improve from last year. Then I think the Colts are still going to be hot. I don't think they're just going to become straight buns all of a sudden. Like they literally had like some 50-year-old that didn't play football playing quarterback last year. So I think now that they have Daniel Jones back, I think they're going to be real hot again. I have them taking back first place, and then I think the Jags and Texans are going to be close for the second and third spot. So I don't know what exactly that'll look like, but I think they'll both have pretty solid years.
All right, so we're actually going to stay in the South. We're going to go to the NFC South quick. We'll switch the order up. I'm going to make this short and sweet. I got the Saints last. They're going to be well improved, I think, better than last year. I think Tyler Shuck is a decent quarterback. I think it's like this. This is where it gets interesting. For third place, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in third place. The loss to Mike Evans this is why I put them there. No Mike Evans, they're going to fall apart. Baker's going to suck, and they're going to third place. Second place, I had the Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young, I think, will be improved. I think they're going to be better. They just lost a key linebacker to a torn ACL. I just saw a couple days ago in practice. This is my one big take, though. I'm so high on these guys. It's going to be so. I got the Falcons winning the NFC South.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, you could say wow, but Stefanski actually has good players on his roster, so he's going to coach that team to division title, and who knows, could go further than that. So,
Oh my goodness.
and yeah, I trust their offense, and their defense is pretty solid to me too. I got the Falcons. I'm switching it up. I think they're better than the Saints. I think they're better than the Bucks. I think them and the Panthers could be intertwined, but I'm going with the Falcons.
Wow. This whole division's just trash. It's hard to like really put one down at the bottom, but I'll put the Saints at the bottom. Then I'm going to put the Falcons in third place. I don't see this possible playoff win with the Atlanta Falcons all of a sudden. I don't see that at all. And I'm going to put Tampa Bay back in the second seed again. So, like, honestly, this is just a repeat of last year. But I think the Panthers getting that win over Tampa Bay last year was just huge for them in a division that's just not good, where they could, like, maybe take the course of the division for the next couple of years. And like Brose said, they lost Mike Evans in Tampa Bay. I mean, he's the heart and soul of that organization ever since he got there. I think that not having him is just one good reason not to pick them. So I'll take the Panthers again, but I mean, this is only a one team makes the playoffs type of division. So I don't think any of these teams are going to be amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I do think this division is pretty mid. I do have the Falcons in last, actually. I just think that I don't really buy any of the hype that Bruce has given them. So Fantasy is a good coach, but I just don't think they have enough to really get them above everyone else. So I have them in last. I have the Saints actually taking a step up. They do have ETN now, which is a great get for them. They have ETN and Kamara. So I think that that's going to be a great duo. I think that they're going to be around 500, just all right, but definitely better from last year. Panthers, I have them in second. I think that this division is pretty close between them and the Bucks for me. But I do have the Bucks slightly better in first. I think Ibuka is going to have a huge year, having the big reins of the pass-catching offense that they have. I think that they're going to be just barely better than the Panthers to be at first.
Him and Gavin will be solid, but for sure.
Yeah, I've also got the Saints in last. They still just suck. The Falcons also still suck, but they just have a little bit of a better roster, so I'm going to put them above the Saints. And then I do think it's going to be similar to last year. I think the Panthers are going to barely win it over the Bucks. So I got Panthers first, Bucks second.
Okay, we're going to move to the NFC West. I think the last place team here is obvious. I picked this team to finish third last year. That was my fault. Last place is the Cardinals. When your quarterback's Jacoby Brissett, I saw people going out there on Instagram picking this team at 1-16, which I could see happening. And they're only guess who they're picking? Their only moves against Will Rob. Cleveland Browns. So I don't think they're going to be really good. They got some decent players, but just the roster's terrible. I mean, when your quarterback's Jacoby Brissett and your backup's Carson Beck, you are not serious about winning. Third place, I have the 49ers. Not saying they're going to be terrible. I just think there's two teams ahead of them that are better. And, yeah, I think 49ers will still be a solid playoff team. And, yeah, this is where it got hard for me. Was I going to put the Super Bowl champs Seahawks or the Rams first? Or both of them second? I put the Seahawks second. And I was really debating putting Seattle one. I really wanted to so bad because I just don't want to see the Rams with Super Bowl just because they got Myles Garrett. For me, that's just so fucking boring. And I think the Seahawks could beat them again, I think they got the roster to do it. They beat them fucking twice last year. So I got Seattle second. Then I had the Rams first. I know it's boring, but they're probably Super Bowl favorites. You know, they got the insane offense. Now have a great defense with Myles Garrett. So I had LA winning the West, but pretty close against them in Seattle.
Yeah, going the exact same order you just took. The Rams getting Myles Garrett has got to just put them as a Super Bowl favorites coming in this year. I mean, they were already so close to losing. They lost to the Seahawks, like we all know, but they were already so close. And getting Myles Garrett, arguably the best player in the league at his position, is just insane. And then like the Seahawks, they lost Kenneth Walker, so like, you know, there goes their run game. Like they still got a good team. Let's not get that wrong.
Taking over.
They still got a great team, but like it's just not going to be the same. And then like I don't know, but these reports of Aaron Donald possibly returning, like, is that real? Like, if that's real, just write this in as a 17-0 team or whatever.
17-0.
I mean, this team is absolutely
I know
like
one team
star
that could do this,
stacks. And you guys know I like Stafford. I picked him to win the MVP 2 years ago, I think. So I just have the Rams winning that in the same order that Brose does.
Yeah, for me, I know it's boring. I have the same order. I actually do think the Cardinals will be slightly better because of Jeremiah Love. And that's actually my pick for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think that he's going to carry that team and just get them a few wins that they shouldn't have. Maybe they get one over the Niners or something. I think they get lucky or something like that and just one of them. But yeah, probably just once. They'll still be last for sure. Because I actually think the 3 best teams in the NFC are coming from this division. Which is that is not that crazy to say.
I don't know about that. Maybe two, but I don't know about 3.
I'd say 3 out of they're probably top 3 out of the 5 maybe.
I don't know, man.
I think I have 2. I have 3 teams that I think that are better than the 49ers. Maybe 4. I'll talk about in a little bit.
But yeah, I have the 49ers in 3rd still, just because this division's just so good. Someone has to be 3rd. I have the Seahawks in 2nd. Defending Super Bowl champions, they're still going to be really good. But the Rams, especially if they get Aaron Donald too,
that's insane.
Yeah, I think it could happen. I mean, this team's just so good. Why wouldn't he want to join them?
It's going to be the Warriors of the NFL.
For real. And then I am really sad that Myles Garrett's gone from the Browns, but I respect it. This team just did nothing to help him. So it was expected eventually. Even though we gave him so much money, it was going to happen. So I think that the Rams just run away with this. I have them going 15-2.
How do you feel about Jared Verse?
I think that he'll be good for the Browns for the future, but just nowhere near as good as Myles Garrett.
He can't replace what he left.
But I mean, he can be still pretty solid for him. I mean, it's not like he's a pretty solid player. It's not like he's terrible.
You guys need to build your roster with these picks that you got.
Yeah, you just don't replace
Jeremiah
Myles
Smith
Garrett.
and Brown next year. We will try to see.
For me, I have the same lineup or same ranking. I just feel like when you give away your Super Bowl MVP and then the other team gains the Defensive Player of the Year, there's going to be a shift. Yeah, there's just going to be a shift in that ranking. And like Will Rob, I also had Jeremiah Love winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. I feel like he's the most NFL-ready rookie.
All right. Well, these 2 divisions I think are going to be the most interesting for me. First, we're going to go NFC North here. 4th place, I got the Green Bay Packers in last place. I don't know, man. I don't trust Jordan Love. I don't think he's that good. I don't think Matt LaFleur is a really good coach. I don't think they changed their roster that much. I mean, I just think the 3 teams that have them are better. 3rd place, Vikings? I have Minnesota. Yes. Oh my God. And I think with he ain't gonna start. It's gonna be Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray with Jay Jettis, Jordan Addison. That's gonna be a good trio to watch in the season. And who knows? That could be your last team make a wild card spot. So don't count Minnesota out. 2nd place. This is tough. Do we go Detroit or Chicago? Both teams pretty solid. This will be these 2 I had better than 49ers. This is what I was talking more about. 2nd place. It was hard. I had to put Chicago 2nd. Caleb Williams, I think, will be a lot improved this year. You know, took steps up from last year. Still made some little, clown mistakes, but he can fix that. No problem. Ben Johnson will improve. It's that defense. If that defense takes a little bit of a step up, they can get to that conference championship potential. But 1st place, they're bouncing back this year. I'm going with the Lions again. They fucked me last year big time. I think their defense, losing Terrion Arnold, not good. Their cornerbacks are now Rock Ya-Sin. Like, who the fuck is that?
He's going to rock this.
And then they still don't have Kirby Joseph healthy. He might not even play the first couple weeks.
DJ Reed is our starter, by the way.
I didn't know.
Over Rock.
He's still pretty solid, DJ Reed. Yeah. We don't know if Kirby Joseph's going to be 100% or himself again and he comes back. We don't know what Brian Branch is going to look like. So that DB room is atrocious right now. I think that's what could hold them back potentially. But, I mean, they still have Hutchinson. They still have McNeil. Offense, I think, will still be pretty solid. They got Goff, who's one of the most accurate passers in the league. He's usually top 10, usually every year. Amon-Ra's back. Jamison Williams is back. Well, the big question is, can Jahmyr Gibbs, can they agree to a contract extension? You don't got to pay him $20 million. I'm sorry. He's not Saquon Barkley money. And, I mean, I know it's a big take, but he's not getting $21 million, Gavin. And you can look – you can laugh. But, yeah, I got Detroit.
He's like 21
I got
years
Detroit.
old.
taking back this division, but I think it'll only be because they beat the Bears their second meet. I think they'll split the two meetings. I think the second meeting, the Lions will beat the Bears, and they'll win that NFC North by a game. So I got Lions over the Bears, but close.
For the North, I'm taking the Vikings last.
I thought you were going to say first for a second.
No. Vikings last. I mean, they're not a bad team, but they're just the worst out of these three other teams that are just. I mean, these three other teams, the Packers, Lions, and Bears, could all be playoff teams if everything goes their way. So, but third place, I'm taking the Packers. They're a solid team, but they just don't have it what these top two teams do. And Bears and Lions for me are automatic playoff locks, regardless of who shifts here. But I'm going to take the Bears at number one.
Okay.
I just think what they did last year was very good. The Lions had like Bro said, that like we all know, the Lions had a bad season last year to their standards of the past few before that. I think they bounced back to at least an 11-win season, but I think the Bears keep good control of the North here. And like I said, both teams are playoff teams. Come playoffs, though, I mean, it could. If they meet up, I might pick the Lions, but I think I'm going to pick the Bears to take the division in the regular season here.
Yeah, we all know I have opinions on this division. I will be taking the Vikings in last. I think that quarterback room's just going to be a problem, just in general. Can't get their heads on straight in there. Packers will be third. I have no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Jordan Love isn't good. I don't think that most people on their team are that good. Granted, I am a Bears fan, but I think the Bears will sweep them this year. That is my take. I think that Caleb Williams is just going to dominate them. Lions, I will have in second, but I think that it will be very close with the Bears. As Bro said, I do think that they'll split. I think Lions will win the first matchup and Bears will come back and win the second one. But in first, going to have my Bears. I am scared about the defense, though. Kyler Gordon isn't practicing currently, or isn't going to be practicing currently at training camp, which is scary because he's just such an injury-ridden player. I'm hoping within mid-season, at some point before deadlines happen, Bears could try to get an edge or something. I've heard rumors about them waiting until the middle of the season, but I don't know. That's another thing, is that defensive line is just, oof. If you can't get any pressure, you're letting your DBs just run around chasing these. Someone's going to be open. You have good DBs, but you can't just let them run around the whole game. And I think our linebacker room got a little bit better from last year, which I'm very happy about. Also, the pickup of Kobe Bryant and Thieneman, very, very happy about both of those. I think that they will both be solid. And I think Rome is going to have a step up this year. I think he'll be him and Burden. I do think Loveland will lead the league the team in receptions. I think that's Caleb's go-to guy. It's going to be. I do think Caleb Williams will pass for 4,000 yards or more. I also have him as my MVP.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
I'm that.
Bears fans, I respect.
Very real. So if they drop off
Recently.
Did forget about that.
That's sad.
I guess Caleb Williams is going to have a lot of new nail flavors this season. Going to my predictions, though. He probably does. Anyways, Vikings last, easy. I have them as the worst team in the league at 3-14.
Whoa. Worse than the Browns?
Yes.
I don't know about behind the
worse than
Cardinals.
the Dolphins.
So you have them worse than the Dolphins,
No,
the Jets?
they'll be better than the Dolphins.
I have the Dolphins at 4-13, and the Jets at 3-14. So
close.
it's
That's
not
pretty close.
not that crazy.
Bottom barrel.
But yeah, they employ 9, so it's not that crazy for me to say. Packers are going to be right around mid again. I mean, their quarterback's mid, their whole team's mid, 9-8. And going into the top, I think it's between. I mean, we all know this. Bears and Lions. I think they're both going 10-7. But because of the head-to-head, I got the Bears over the Lions.
Yep.
Well, I'm a Lions fan, so obviously I'm taking. Actually, I'll just start at the bottom. Vikings are last. they're just not good.
The fucking
The Packers, no, the Packers are always just better. They're always like somewhat decent just because there's nothing else to do in Green Bay, so they like have to play some football. Yeah. Then obviously I'm taking the Lions first. The Bears have yet to beat the Lions with Ben Johnson, so I think that streak continues. We sweep them again, and
I don't know about that.
the only question for our team right now, everybody is healthy except, like Bro said, our safeties. I have no doubt in my mind when they come back that they're still going to be absolute studs. The question is, when are they coming back? So that's the main question. We won some games with the Legion of Whom last year.
No more Vildor.
So, yeah, and we now have a refreshed offensive line. Moved Penei Sewell over to left tackle. We drafted a new right tackle, and the guards are finally back healthy, and Jared Goff should be protected. So, and then adding on to that, the Lions just have an easy schedule in general. So, I don't know what our overall record would be, but I could see us having another 3-loss season like we had a few years ago, just because of how easy our schedule is.
All right. Well, time to move to the NFC. So you guys are going to hate me for this one. But here we go. Last place, I have the Commanders. I think they'll be better than last year. They made the NFC Championship 2 years ago, so it's not like they're a terrible team. Just they were injury-riddled last year. I think they could be decent. And this is where it gets fun for me. Third place, I have the Philadelphia Eagles.
Really?
Wow.
They're going to take a step back because of A.J. Brown not being there. I fully believe it. Devontae Smith should not be your number one receiver because I don't think he's a top 20 receiver in the league. I think there's a couple he's just not in that tier. I think Saquon will have a decent season. I don't know. I don't trust that offensive with Nick Sirianni. I don't. Second place, I have the Dallas Cowboys in second place. I think they're going to be defense is well improved. We got Caleb Downs in the draft, who I'm super excited about. I know Rob hates it that he went to Dallas, but he has to respect that he's a good player. But, our defense is well improved. We got a pretty good DC. We're adding pieces. Not saying we're going to be in the same team or anything, but we're going to be a playoff team. Probably get bounced first round, but it's a step in the right direction. First place, this is one of my big takes here. I got the New York Giants winning the NFC East this year. And it's something with Harbaugh going there. They have Scadaboo's coming back. Jackson Dart, fully healthy. Neighbors is back. That defense is still solid with Thibodeau and Brian Burns. I don't know. I don't think the Eagles are going to be as good. I don't think the Cowboys are going to take advantage of that. So I think the Giants will in their first season with Harbaugh. So I got the New York Giants. I know it's crazy, winning the NFC East.
I was going to put the Giants at the bottom. So
That's terrible.
I cannot believe you picked them to go number one.
Do you know who their head coach is now?
Jim Harbaugh?
No, John Harbaugh.
No, it's John Harbaugh. I watched the interview where nobody was even hyped that he was in the meeting room. I watched that, so I don't know where you're getting this Giants hype from. But anyway, I was going to put the Commanders at third. I feel like if Jaden Daniels is healthy, they've got a good team. He took them to that title game for a reason 2 years ago. He's a very good player. If he's healthy, they got a chance at winning some meaningful games. I'm not high on the Eagles, but there's no way I'm putting the Cowboys at number one. I just can't.
Fucking way you think the Eagles are better than us still.
I really don't, but I can't stand the Cowboys, and I'm not going to sit here and put them at one.
You don't know ball, that's
because
why.
I really believe this NFC East this year is just straight mid. The Eagles will probably be the betting favorites to win. But I don't have faith in them. But I'm not putting the Dallas Cowboys at number one. I'm just not doing it. So I'll put the Cowboys at 2 and Eagles at 1.
I think that.
Wait, before you go,
Eagles are fucking disgusting.
I know they lost A.J. Brown, but he did nothing for that team. Let's just be honest.
Better than Devontae Smith.
Trust me, my fantasy team sucks.
I'm sorry, Mekhi Lemon is not replacing A.J. Brown.
He's not as good as A.J. Brown, but if they don't even use him, this dude is going to go to the Patriots, and Drake May is going to
would be wide open. They just
absolutely
give him the ball.
The best receiver in the league, possibly, because he's going to give him the ball every time. The Eagles are not losing too terribly much with A.J. Brown leaving the team.
I'm not saying
he's
they're
not a bad player.
Playoffs.
He's a
I'm
top
just
5
saying
receiver.
I think the Giants and Cowboys are going to be better than theirs. I'm not saying they're not going to miss.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think that I have the Commanders in last. Also, don't like the Commanders. Don't like Jaden Daniels. that's really just a me thing.
Is it because of one play?
Yes, it is because of one play that Gavin got to watch me go face first into our freaking table. I have the Giants at third. I think they'll be okay. I mean, I like Scat. That's mostly it from that team. Then I'm going to take the Eagles in second. And I think the Cowboys with that defense are going to be they'll be solid, I think.
But,
Their offense can be I think that defense is going to be annoying to match up with.
But you know what the story is, boss? I agree with you. They'll win the division, and then they'll sell in the playoffs like a 9-8 Packers team every fucking year. I'm ready for it. But
wow, bullshit. Honestly, that's what I think. I don't think they're going to be in last, but they're going to be in second to last. I think the Commanders are going to be last for sure. Jane Daniels is good, but they don't really have much else other than that. Cowboys are going 7-10. They're going to be in third place. Brose may not like that.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Don't care, buddy.
Oh, my God.
And the
The
Eagles.
disrespect to Dak Prescott is fucking atrocious.
He's an MVP candidate.
Worst
Better
take.
fucking Shedeur Sanders.
Who cares? It's obvious.
Let's see. Quarterback, if he's better than your team's quarterback, he's better than your fucking team's
he's not.
quarterback.
I'm
Dak
taking
Prescott.
Oh, he's definitely better.
I'll say those two. I'll say those two. Him and Jared Goff, probably pretty close. Caleb Williams, not
No,
close.
they're not close. No. Okay.
But
keep
well,
going.
Rob, keep going. That's on.
Yeah, the
Hey,
Eagles.
I know you did not say Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers might be worse than Shedeur Sanders.
I'll give you this. I agree with that statement for right now. Not all time, but right now I agree with that statement.
Oh, shit.
I
Oh,
can't
man.
believe you'd say that about a four.
All right.
Keep
Yeah, we're talking about right now.
Out of pure hatred for Aaron Rodgers,
Shedeur Sanders
I know
throws
you
more
won't
than a
agree with that,
4-yard
but
check
from
down
an
to his
actual
running back.
standpoint of
Fuck.
him as a player, I think
Fuck
he's
no. I just had to say
not.
Oh, man.
You have one season for the rest of your life. If you got a gun pointing your head, you're taking Shedeur Sanders or Aaron Rodgers this next season.
Yeah, so over 55-year-old Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
It's 35
Under my
seconds.
head, I pull the
All right,
trigger.
let's keep. I'd be the
Oh,
one
we're meeting that.
with the gun.
I got one up.
Oh, man.
Giving me Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you Cowboys there.
Yeah, I have the Eagles going 8-9. Not much better. Yeah, I think that this.
You have the Giants first.
I have the Giants at first.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I have the Giants at first. Caleb Downs actually be the defensive rookie of the year, though.
I didn't even pick him as defensive rookie.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think he's going to be their whole team. The rest of that organization, dog shit. I think Jerry Jones.
Oh, shit.
Don't say it.
Oh, God.
Jerry Jones got to go.
Geriatric.
Hot
Carry
take.
it on, Will Round. Carry it on.
Hot take. Jerry Jones doesn't get fired because he dies this year.
Wow.
He's getting canned, but not in the way you think. All right. Yeah, Caleb Downs, defensive rookie of the year, and coach of the year is John Harbaugh. There you go.
What? No fucking way.
Yep. Giants first, baby.
Go. All right, you go.
All right. I also have the Commanders in last. Okay. I do think the Giants are going to be a better team this year. I just think the loss of Dexter Lawrence is going to be huge for their defense. So I am going to put the Giants in third place. I would love to have them higher, but I think that that's a huge loss for them. And they're finally healthy on offense. In second place, I'm so sad to say this, but I have the Eagles in second place, which means I do have the Cowboys in first.
Let's go!
They're finally healthy, and they added some key pieces to their defense. They fixed up the defensive line and picked up some DBs. So I think that the Cowboys are going to take first in the division.
Love it. Love it. Fucking, I can't believe love it. You picked the Giants. Fucking Eagles. What the?
I already told you. I think the Giants are the best team in that division, but I'm not gonna put, or not the Giants. Sorry, the Cowboys. I'm not putting the Cowboys at the top of the list.
We're gonna get to our dark horses and our letdowns. I'm starting my letdowns. Number one, it's the fucking Eagles. I'm sorry. As a Cowboys fan, I despise them. They're disgusting and they suck. Okay, and they lost AJ Brown. I think their defense is still okay, not the greatest. if Jalen Carter fixes his spinning problem, I think he'll be okay as well. I just don't think their offense is going to be good. It's going to let them down. And hot take, they will miss the playoffs this year. Eagles are missing the playoffs this year. My second one is the Green Bay Packers. I think they also missed the playoffs. And I just don't think their team's that good. And their quarterback, I don't think he's top 15. Jordan Love. And my third place, Hayden's going to give me a lot of crap for this one. It's a team that's been close in the AFC for many years. Can't finish the job. That's the Buffalo Bills.
Not where I thought you were going to go.
Let down. They're going to sell again. I have been getting bounced in the first round by the Cincinnati Bengals. So, yep, Josh Allen, choke artist in the playoffs once again. Joe Burrow will prove why he's better than them and go 3-0 against them. So, yeah. And then my sleepers, I have Atlanta Falcons, as I said earlier, the New York Giants, and one Gavin flicked on, Indianapolis Colts. Like, they were 8-1 at a point. They weren't terrible. They lost their quarterback, and then their season went to shit. And they went down the shit. So I think they're still going to be okay. They could be a last place wild card team. So yeah, I got the Colts as my last dark horse.
What was the first topic again you said earlier?
Letdowns.
Letdowns. Well, my first letdown will be the Seahawks. Not because I don't think they're going to have a good season, but from going to the Super Bowl and winning, I think they're going to go like 11-6 this year. I think they make the playoffs, maybe win the first round, but I think they get bounced in the divisional. I don't know. Losing K9 to that team, and let's just be honest. I don't think Darnold's going to have as good of a season he just had. He played really good last season. I think that was shocking the most. I'm not saying he's going to be terrible again, like he was on the Jets or something, but I think he drops down. And I think what people forget too is he threw a lot of picks last year. But he threw a lot of touchdowns. I think he probably keeps in the right direction of throwing picks like he did last year, like a good number of them. But I think his touchdowns drop, and the Seahawks suffered from that a little bit. Let down, I guess. Dude, I guess I'll pick the Eagles because I don't think they're going to do as good as they probably most people in the media will think, because the Cowboys will probably beat them. Even though I said I'm not picking the Cowboys to win the division, so I'll go with that. I don't have a third letdown, but I'll go to the sleepers.
Here comes Steelers. Just say it.
My first sleeper is the Panthers. I think they win a playoff game this year. Okay. First round. I think they make it a divisional.
I like that.
They're gonna have a home game because they're gonna be the 4th seed probably. But I think they're gonna improve this year. I think they at least win a playoff game, which is the step in the right direction for a franchise that hasn't done anything since Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Second dark horse, because I only got 2 of them. Pittsburgh Steelers, baby.
Oh God, here we go. Why? Why do you gotta ruin
Pittsburgh Steelers? They get a home playoff game, so they'll probably be the 3rd seed in the AFC,
and they lose.
And they're gonna win for the first time in about
AFC North.
What? Yeah, they're gonna be the 3rd seed because they're gonna go 12-5. Like I said earlier. Mind you, guys are the same people that took Shador Sanders over Aaron Rodgers, so we're at the same.
I didn't say that.
Here.
Right now, I'm taking Shador
That's
Sanders over
just
Aaron Rodgers.
still.
He can throw more than 5 yards.
Still, this is what
I mean.
this is what
I want a quarterback who can throw a 10-yard dig route over the middle, or a wide open crossing route that's 15 yards downfield. Like we both witnessed on this television last year. You got guys wide open and stuff.
Well, let me finish my take here. They win the first playoff game in Steelers history.
Their necks hurt because they're like this.
Since Big Ben was good, finally.
It's like watching Brose
and it
pitch
keeps going. They make the AFC Championship this year.
Oh, did you hear what he said? AFC Championship.
Oh my God!
Oh my!
That might be worse than your Cowboys.
Talk about a hot take. That's my dark horse hot take.
And Will Rob is left.
Oh Lord!
You good, Will Rob?
Oh Lordy! I think you just hit his head.
I think you did too.
I think
take your ball and go home.
My letdowns this year. Everyone seems to be high up on the Bengals. I think they're going to be okay. I think Glass Joe's going to get hurt again.
You better fucking that.
I just don't. He's so injury riddled, and I just have a feeling that it's just going to keep going like this, and he might even retire early. He might, just because of injuries.
His injuries aren't life-threatening, though. Not like Chuba.
Well, yeah.
But, yeah.
I just think he's just going to get.
He just needs
really
an O
annoyed.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they get him an O-line within the next, year or two, like if they can actually just build one up, he'll be set. I think they'll be a really good team. But another letdown. Do we have another letdown? Oh, yeah, the Eagles. I don't think the Eagles are going to be good. Like Brose said, I think they'll miss the playoffs. I don't think they'll be that good. And then a letdown from one perspective. I just don't think the Bills are going to be that good. I think they'll be all right. I think the Chiefs will end up winning that. Not the Chiefs. I'm an idiot. It's the
Patriots?
Yeah, I think. Well, the Patriots will win that. And then
You can just throw one in there.
I don't have another one. What? My dark horse. I think the Jags will be pretty good this year. I don't know why. I kind of just have a feeling that they're going to be pretty good this year. I think that they're going to win their division, and I think that they will. I think they'll win a playoff game. That's what I think. So.
Okay. For me, I think my letdowns, we already kind of hit on them. I have the Eagles as a big letdown. I think that without A.J. Brown, I know he was kind of a thorn in the team last year, but still a big loss of talent. I think Devontae Smith won't be able to carry them that much, neither will Saquon. They're just going to be mid. I also think the Ravens, we said Joe Burrow was injury-riddled, but how about Lamar Jackson? I mean, that guy cannot stay healthy either. So I think they will be in the same boat. And I already kind of hit on this earlier. My big dark horse is the New York Giants. They're going to win their division, man. I really, truly believe that. And I think that is something that really can happen. And my other one is the Bengals. I do have them winning the division as well. And we'll see in our playoff predictions what I think about them later on as well. So that's kind of my big takes there as well.
I guess my only letdown that's a little different than everybody else's is the Patriots. I don't think they're going to be as dominant as they were last year. Not saying they're going to be terrible, but I think they were kind of a one-hit wonder, and I think we kind of saw that in the Super Bowl. I just don't think they're that caliber of a team to be in that spot. And then I guess my dark horses are the Colts, like I talked about, and then I agree with Hayden, the Panthers. I think that they're slowly building something over there, and their division's so mid that I think they might be able to do something.
Okay, well, we got two more topics. We got award winners and then AFC Championship, NFC, and Super Bowl. I'll start with my award winners. I'll go Offensive Rookie of the Year. I got Jeremiah Love winning Offensive Rookie of the Year at running back. I think he'll have the most productive season. Maybe Mendoza wins it. Maybe Carnell Tate. That'd be cool. But I got Jeremiah Love. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I went with a pick that not many people are talking about. I'm going Arvell Reese for Defensive Rookie of the Year. A lot of people got Caleb Downs. Seen a lot of people saying David Bailey. I've seen people say Sonny Styles. But I think Arvell Reese was one of the dark horse picks in this draft. And did he go to the Giants? I'm correct. Yeah. He
up, you know.
And I got a hot take. I think Arvell Reese has a potential chance to break the all-time sack record for rookie this season. I'm high on him. So
who has that record?
I actually don't know who has it. But
I like it.
now we're going to Offensive Player of the Year. There's a lot of good options here. I picked Bijan last year. That was pretty close. I'm going with a guy who's on my team. I'm going CeeDee Lamb for Offensive Player of the Year. I think he's going to have a breakout year this year. I debated between CeeDee Lamb, and I also debated between Christian McCaffrey as well. I think CeeDee Lamb's going to have a good year. My Defensive Player of the Year, I went with this guy last year, and he almost got it, but just didn't get off pressure. I'm going with again. I'm going Aiden Hutchinson for Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Let's go.
Who is it?
How many
He had 14 and a half sacks.
No way.
Ain't no way.
Okay. Well, I got Hutchinson winning Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's going to have a good breakout year this year. I don't see Myles Garrett putting up the same amount of crazy numbers. You could throw TJ Watt. I don't think he'll put up insane numbers, but I got Hutch winning it. Coach of the Year, I'm going to go back to a guy who I picked last year for this award. I actually picked Mike Vrabel, but no. I'm going with a guy who's got a team, who's looking to bounce back this year. I'm going with Dan Campbell to win Coach of the Year this year. I think they could have a really solid season this year. And this is another one, I'll just say a hot take. I think the Lions could go their best, they could go 15-2. Whoa. I just see it with the bad end they had last season, losing to the Steelers, but they shouldn't have lost to. and they lost to Max Brosmer and the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, they're just due for something.
They do have a really good schedule for them this year. It's definitely possible.
And then MVP. There are a lot of good options for this. I was thinking Lamar Jackson. I was like, nope, he gets injured. I was thinking Josh Allen. No.
You just don't like him.
Real.
I don't dislike Josh Allen. I just think there's quarterbacks better than him. My MVP, it's Joey B. I'm going Joe Burrow, winning MVP. He's the best quarterback. Debate. I think he's the best quarterback when he's healthy in the AFC. He's the best quarterback in the AFC when he's healthy, and we can debate that all we want. He's best quarterback in his division. I don't think that's even close.
Lamar's good, dude. That's a conversation. You can't just pass him up like that.
Burrow has been more consistent than Lamar Jackson. I will state that on that. But I'm going with Burrow to win MVP.
All right, what's the first one? Offensive Rookie of the Year? Is that what we did? I want to go Mendoza just because I like the kid. I just think, I don't know.
I want him to be good. Now you're saying that he's going to be shit.
I'm just going to go Mendoza. I think he's obviously a great player in college. I hope he does well in the pros. I'm just going to pick him for vibes. Defensive Player of the Year for the rookies. I didn't pick one, so I'm not going to throw a name out there and get absolutely flamed. So
what? There's a lot of good options. I mean, I don't think.
no.
No.
Offensive Player of the Year, though. I'm going A.J. Brown.
Oh, for.
Good lord.
I truly believe that this dude with a quarterback that actually throws
I
the
thought
ball,
CeeDee Lamb was bad.
that will actually throw the ball to him on a team like the Patriots with Drake May, who was very good last year and accurate, will be dicing up defenses.
Not the best player on offense in the whole league.
What the?
And you're full of shit.
No, I'm telling you, this dude is a top 5 receiver in skill in the league, and with a quarterback that can actually throw him the ball. What?
Defensive Player of the Year, go.
If you say T.J. Watt, I'm walking right out.
No, I was actually going to say Myles Garrett.
Okay, that's right.
Back to back.
He's always been better anyway, so I like that.
I'm not picking T.J. Watt. He's just too old at this point. Like, he's still a solid player, but I think Myles Garrett's just the best.
Okay.
And, like, back-to-back is kind of crazy, but, like, it's very possible for the guy. MVP, I'm going to give it back to Josh Allen.
Oh, fuck.
Stafford had it last
The
year
glaze on this
because
dude.
she was better, but, like, I mean, Josh Allen is in his prime. He's going to win another MVP. It's just a matter of time. I think this is the year that happens.
Also speaking, this is his fantasy quarterback, and tomorrow in the fantasy draft, first round, I guarantee you Hayden Bennett takes the first round.
It's not going to be first round.
It'll be second or third, I guarantee.
He can talk crap, but I've won back-to-back fantasy leagues. I'm going for the third.
You ain't getting Brandon.
Oh, hell no.
Anyway, Coach of the Year, I'm picking the same one as last year because what he was able to do to turn this team around a couple years ago from the Mile High City. I'm picking Sean Payton again.
Okay.
I just believe that the way he turned the Broncos around from the Russell Wilson days to this Bo Nix team that should have made the Super Bowl, I think they just have to give him Coach of the Year at some point. They're going to be very good again. Yes, he's he's a very solid coach. Like, he's been there forever, but like, he has to win a Coach of the Year at some point for taking the Broncos to will be at the Super Bowl for the AFC, in my opinion. So
I don't really have any rookies. I could throw out various players' names. I don't think that either any of them will win whatever Rookie of the Year's. Caleb Downs probably will win, I guess, for defensive rookie. I think that kid's good. For offensive player of the year, that's a tough one for me. I was wanting to say Jamar Chase. I feel like could be a good pick.
I'm surprised Hayden didn't say what's his face for offensive player of the year.
I said Puka last year. I want to change it though.
I thought that's for sure you would say.
And
We're missing a pretty big
defensive player of the year, I'm gonna take Myles Garrett too. I think he's gonna go back to back.
Why did I take
He's just
face?
insanely good.
I didn't
There's
take what's
nothing
his face.
you can do about it. And I mean, we all know who I'm going for MVP.
Oh my gosh.
Fingernails, Caleb Williams.
C-Dub 18, Iceman.
Big
I think
Jordan.
that's happening.
Iceman was a nice one.
I think that he's going to have a hell of a year. And I honestly think that Ben Johnson could get Coach of the Year this year. I feel like he should have got it last year, honestly, with the turnaround that he had with the Bears. Because that team, watching them with freaking Eberflus. From watching them with Nagy and go to Eberflus, and now with Ben Johnson, those teams are 20 times different. It's insane. You look at post-win speeches in the locker room, and Eberflus is just, yeah, we did that together. Yeah. And then you have freaking Ben Johnson taking his shirt off and having a great time. So those are my picks.
All right, for me, I kind of got into a couple of these already. I have Jeremiah Love for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think that he's going to be the only good thing with the Cardinals. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I do have Caleb Downs. I said that already. Going on to Offensive Player of the Year, I got JSN. I think that, man, he's just a hell of a player. Best receiver in the league, in my opinion. I don't think it's too crazy to say that. And Defensive Player of the Year, do got Myles Garrett again. I think that he's just going to wreak havoc. I mean, if Aaron Donald comes back, they're going to have to worry about him too. Myles Garrett's just that good. He's just going to keep doing his thing. For Coach of the Year, I already said this as well. I got John Harbaugh. As much as I don't like the Harbaugh family, it is what it is. I think he's a better coach than old Jimbo over there. So I have that. And then
Where's khakis?
my MVP, Josh Allen, baby. I think that it's finally his time, man. And I don't know why.
The dude. I just don't understand.
A lot of people hate him. I don't know why. I mean, he's
I
just.
just think he gets babied by literally everybody in the media. Like, he just gets off scot-free. His PR team works wonders.
I don't
somehow.
think so. I think it's half and half. You can say that for some of it, but also there's a lot of haters. I don't really see it for me. I think he's just a really good player. He hasn't had the best weapons. I think this year that'll
Still
change.
does not.
He's got DJ Moore now.
He's got DJ Moore, who's a good receiver. So I think that
Better than what he had last year.
I think it's going to work out well for him. MVP.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of my picks are very similar. I kind of only have one that's kind of different than everybody else's, but Defensive Rookie of the Year, I got Caleb Downs. I think he's just ridiculous. He's been insane the last few years in college. I think he's going to carry that over to the pros. He can play multiple positions, and I think that's big. Offensive Rookie of the Year, just like Will Rob said, I got Jeremiah Love just because I think he's going to pop out more just because the Cardinals suck, and they're just going to be running the ball a ton with him. Defensive Player of the Year, I also have Myles Garrett going back-to-back. I think especially joining an even better team, it's just going to, make him even better. And then my Coach of the Year, a little bias, I got Dan Campbell, who was robbed of it a few years ago when we went to the NFC Championship game. I think he should have won it then, but he didn't somehow. I think we're going to have another great year this year, and I think he should win it again, but we'll see. My MVP is also Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I think he's just a different caliber. If he can stay healthy, he's just ridiculous. And then Offensive Player of the Year, a little different. Also a little biased, but also just what I think. Jahmyr Gibbs. He finally gets a backfield to himself. He's not splitting reps anymore, and I think he's going to go absolutely nuclear in the backfield, catching and running.
Well, last category we got for you, it's AFC Championship, NFC Championship, and our Super Bowl picks. I'm going to start with the AFC Championship. My AFC Championship matchup is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I had the Bengals winning that game and going to the Super Bowl. NFC Championship, I had the Los Angeles Rams playing the Detroit Lions. I had the Rams beating the Lions.
Oh, it's a rematch.
Going to the Super Bowl. And just like last time they played, Super Bowl in LA, Bengals against the Rams. Bengals are winning it this time.
Whoa.
I'm going Cincinnati is beating LA. They choked it the first time.
hot take.
It's not going to happen a second time. Joe Burrow leads the promised land and forces Matt Stafford into retirement, as this will be his last. As this is my hot take. Rams make the Super Bowl. Stafford will be his last game ever. He retires after they lose the Super Bowl. I'm going with the Bengals to win the Super Bowl.
I'm about to have an ultra hot take on this.
Well, I'm going extra hot take right now. I'll start in the NFC. Rams, like I said, I picked them last year to win it all. I'm picking them to at least make the conference championship game. And I'm matching them up against the Lions because I truly believe that's going to happen at some point with the Stafford
I hope
Lions
it's in
thing.
Detroit.
And they're
That'd be
both
awesome.
phenomenal teams.
Please have Detroit in the better
Once again,
record,
I'm
so
taking the
Detroit.
Rams to win. I just think that they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just Myles Garrett on the Rams. It's like KD to the Warriors. I just don't even get it. Anyway, to the AFC.
Oh, boy.
Bills, Steelers. Oh my God. Just wait. I'm not stopping there. Bills are winning that game.
At least he's not that dumb.
Bills, Rams, and then I got the Rams taking it home.
This is not the Bills.
All right.
I'll start AFC, I think.
Cleveland Browns.
Yep, totally. No, I think the Broncos, and then probably, I mean, I don't think that the Bengals will be that good this year, but I feel like they're just one of the teams that I think I'll put in there. I think that the Broncos will go to the Super Bowl this year.
Okay.
That's my pick out of there. And then NFC, I'm going Rams-Bears. I think that the Bears can get there, at least. I think that dependent on if the Bears can get an edge within the season, the Bears can win. I'm going to pick the Bears in general. I'm not going to not pick the Bears.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
I will never root against my team. And then
I should have put the Cowboys in the NFC Championship and shit. Bob's fucking put the Bears there. I should have put the Cowboys there. But I know they're never getting there.
So Super Bowl?
Super Bowl,
Bears win.
Broncos.
Bears win.
I think the Bears win.
All right.
I think Brady will wring my neck in our home.
All right. Know what I was like? Wow.
Whoa, that'd be some crazy banter if that actually happens.
Oh, that would be. I will either be the happiest man in the world or I'll jump on a spike.
I would rather see the Lions win a Super Bowl, the Browns win a Super Bowl, Cowboys, and the Bears than your fucking team. 100%. I'm sorry. Like, I just can't. If I see Aaron Rodgers holding
I
up,
wouldn't mind the Steelers winning one if Aaron Rodgers wasn't on the team.
if it was Will Howard, I'd love it. But it's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I still wouldn't want
I just want to see Kill.
Don't
Hold
understand
up that.
Oh, yeah, as a Browns fan, that would suck the most.
No, the Steelers are the Hitlers of the NFL, so they'll lose in the first round wild
That's
card.
the Packers. What?
In the
Once again,
AFC,
what
NFC.
point of view you got, but, all right.
That's just true. I mean, Hayden and Bruce were all the Hitler teams,
Aaron
so
Rodgers is Hitler.
that's also
Not
true.
even just the teams.
So
Aaron
wild
Rodgers
card
might
loss.
have the mustache.
Yes. Anyways, wild card loss again for the Steelers. Obvious, happens every year. It's the script. It's facts. Anyways, the real things that matter to the conference championships. I got the Bengals going there too.
This is blasphemous.
I don't think it is that blasphemous because Joey B is going to be slinging that thing just like the boy is going to be playing against him, Josh Allen. And I think that they get it done. The Bills are going to the Super Bowl. And on the other side, I think it's going to be two teams who I think are the best in this conference by far, the Rams and the Seahawks. And I think the Rams get it done. And in the Super Bowl, Bills versus Rams, my sweet prince Josh Allen gets it done. Joshy Josh.
Brings the Bills their first ever Super Bowl.
Yes, finally.
Donald's going to break his spinal cord.
Just make sure Tyler Bass is not needed for a field goal for the Bills.
All right.
Yeah, for real. Joshy Josh gets it done.
I think mine is what the world would all like to see and what the world needs. I have in the NFC Championship game the Coach of the Year, the Offensive Player of the Year going up against the Defensive Player of the Year, Lions, Rams. And in the AFC Championship, I got the MVP, the Buffalo Bills, playing against the Denver Broncos. And I think the Lions are going to continue to own the Rams and their poverty franchise in this trade. And we go and beat the Rams, and the Bills beat the Broncos for a Super Bowl, a winless program in history. And the Lions are going to win their first ever Super Bowl, and the Bills are going to lose another Super Bowl.
It's not a field goal, though.
These two aren't biased at all. They aren't biased at all. The Cincy boys are not biased.
It would
possible.
never be biased.
It's not like the Lions are terrible.
He took his team.
Think like the Bears are the
And,
worst team ever.
And
Oh,
the
Browns
Lions
wins the Super Bowl.
and the Lions continue to beat the Rams, so I just have it
I
continuing.
did say it heavily stipulates on.
To be
if the
fair, the
Bears can
Rams
get
have
an
won that
edge.
trade so far.
Who's that edge
Ow.
going to be?
I mean, they
They have
won.
a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they won, but they had a better team to begin with. They just needed.
Anything else got to add? Are we good here?
Our whole team is from that trade.
I understand that, but you guys
Because
haven't won.
like,
yet.
I mean, we haven't won, but
You haven't won the trade.
Okay.
So we also.
I feel like
you
we
guys got anything else
overall
to add?
won
We're pretty
the
much
streak.
set.
I mean, once again, fuck your stupid ass team, the Celtics, because they just ruined the NBA.
I hate them too right now.
Yeah, I mean, you also hate Michigan, so things are going really well for you.
Everyone's going to hate the Steelers pretty soon.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't hate the Steelers. They got a 70-year-old quarterback, and he's probably going to tear his Achilles week 2. I mean, that's not even a hot take.
Right.
That's a cold take. That's a medium rare take right there. It's
Yeah,
just
he's
normal.
Probably sipping on a mountain goat tit as we speak.
That's true.
You said.
There we go. So
All I gotta say is bear down.
All right. Well, should be a good season of football,
Here we go.
and we'll see you for the next one.
Dog pound.
about 3 hours.